getting hosted by the Destiny Show.
Nice.
Shout out to the Destiny Show. Thank you, guys.
Salute.
All right, so we're going to cross our fingers, guys. If you are in here, hang with us. If it drops, try and refresh. If it hangs real bad, audio and video will be up later. I don't want to resort to that, but at some point, I don't want to kill this man's sleep forever. So we're going to have to do something. Yeah, it's got to go at some point. Can I hear you, or are you just ultra quiet?
Oh, no, just being quiet. I'm acting like a pantomime.
Yeah, shout out to the Destiny Show, guys. If you don't follow him, follow the Destiny Show over there. They put on a great podcast as well. Follow them on Twitter, follow them on Twitch, shout them out.
Thank you, brother.
The Ninja and the Cheetah have surrounded the campfire today, though, so it is a two-man show today, so we're going to get it going. So I'll give you that 3, and then it's all on you. Don't hit your mic.
Sorry.
Yeah, definitely don't tap on your desk.
Yeah, that too.
No drumming. So, all right.
No drumming, too.
All right, 3. All you, and just 3.
All right, and we are live again. The last word with Lord Cognito and Ebontis, hot by the campfire. Not much to discuss, I don't think. But
no, it's a quiet week. It's weird. Like, haven't seen a lot in the news. I didn't have much reading material yesterday at all. It's really weird. So
really weird.
No, guys, we are absolutely just messing with you guys. I've never seen a TWAB with bullet points. We got a launch trailer. We are 4 days away and 3 sleeps away from the launch of just absolute insanity. We got clarification on New Light, which is even more than I expected it to be.
Yeah.
I mean, we are going crazy with information here. So we got a lot to talk about. So strap in. We're going to talk about a little bit about the trailer, but honestly, like, we've seen as many of the videos as we can get. I want to talk about the New Light image, like, kind of as much as we can, really. Yeah. So when we get to that New Light image, we've got a lot of things to think about here. Just with what's being given to new people for free, how their accessibility is going to go. There's still a couple questions about that. And then we have one of the biggest, longest TWABs to talk about with changes, like every bullet point. So, I'm sorry, we have bullet points about the sections, and every section has bullet points, and those bullet points will need to get talked about. So, it is ridiculous this morning. But before we get going too far, I want to thank all of you guys for tuning in this morning. If you are catching us on Twitch, you guys are live. You are awesome. You always make it fun to have this podcast. So, if you don't catch us live, follow this Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Ebontis. Also, follow Iron Lord's podcast on YouTube and Twitter as well. So you guys know when we go live. We got content up there. My channels, his channels, we're all over the place. Exactly. But before we get too far, I do want to let you guys know, if you are on audio, find me on Twitter. But this is Ebontis talking. I've got a giveaway going on. So to celebrate Shadowkeep for New Light players, for new content creators, for people who've been in the business for a little while, I got a giveaway going for a StreamDeck. Now, some people may wonder what the ElGato StreamDeck is. Some people may not even know what the heck it does. But it's honestly one of the most easily useful tools that I've had for my stream. I use it to set this thing up. I turn my light on and off. I set up the recordings. I know there's big tech channels that the video editors use his StreamDeck as like a combination of all these hotkeys and stuff that he uses. It's basically a custom board of buttons that you can make do whatever you want to. So it's a really, really cool thing. So if you want to get in on that, there's some ways to enter. Head over to my Twitter. You'll see it up it's pinned at the top. So twitter.com/Ebontis, you'll find it. If you don't have one, check it out. It's a really, really cool too, and I was lucky enough to get to give one away to the community, so it's kind of a nice way to support and celebrate Shadowkeep. So I thought that was actually really fun.
Yeah, make sure you guys go and support E, man. Tremendous man in the community, doing giveaways. You got to support. I put that thing up, man. So yeah, check out his Twitter. Get in there, man. Get yourself a StreamDeck, man. Win something. Free 99.
It is free 99. I will give you that. It is free 99, and apparently I was checking like shipping locations, and it goes basically everywhere. So worldwide except Antarctica or ridiculous places. So most normal places we can ship to. If you got a shipping address, we'll probably get it there.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, what have you been up to? I've been working on preparation content. Like, everybody's like, oh, I'm grinding out my final weapons. Like, I'm grinding out videos for next week. I'm doing the exact other thing that everybody's doing. Yeah. So
no, that's good. It's good to see, man. I mean, it's kind of the same repeat performance for me from last week. It's been just grinding things that just want items. I call them like vanity items that I just want so that I'm ready for Shadowkeep for whatever the meta. And boy, we have a whole bunch of metas going on.
Oh man, it's going to be a different animal.
Yeah, man. So I'm just getting ready, man. So basically, the last thing was Izanami's Burden's Catalyst. So
did you get it?
Yo, yes. Shout out. I got to shout out the console community. You know, disrespect to my PC brethren. But shout out to Xbox Live LFG. I'm telling you right now, E, it is by far the best LFG I have ever been in. Like literally, like I you just put in search. I got it into a match of 6 people wanting to do that menagerie in 5 minutes, and we just like got it done. So what it is, just so many people. It's integrated. It's baked into the UI of Xbox Live. It's really good, man. I just hope like somehow like PC can mirror that. It's kind of hard because PC is kind of segmented, but at the same time, like I have to still shout them out, man. I got that bad boy down. So that's where cross save helped me get things done. You know what I'm saying? So,
putting that cross save to use before Shadowkeep. What is?
Yeah, man. Absolutely. So that's pretty much it. So I got amazing. I've been running around with the 500 kills and
shoot everything.
Yeah, I think I was gonna try for Spire on Sleeper Catalyst, but I was like, you know what, I ain't got time. And that no one's running that raid. That raid,
Leviathan,
no one's running that raid.
Well, give it about a week, and you'll have some people wanting to.
For other reasons we shall talk about.
Yes.
That's
all
it,
right. Yeah, so it's been kind of similar for me. I ground out. I've got a video together that I'm going to put out there for all heroic, how to do every public event in heroic style for the world of blueberries that are coming to the community.
Yes.
And I don't know if you saw that tweet. Somebody made, like, they have titles out there for, like, Dredgen and Reckoner and Cursebreaker. Somebody got fancy in Photoshop and made a blueberry title, and I about fell down. That was too hilarious, man. There was one that was like, all right, have at least 5 moats, do not bank them, invade, and then get killed within 5 seconds. I was like,
or
yep,
go to the Tangle Shore. As soon as the prison guy comes out, kill him and don't freeze him.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
That drives me nuts. Oh my God.
Yeah. No, public events that was the funny thing is like, define irony. I'm making a public event video showing how to make heroic events public for all the new people that are going to be coming to the community. The first 2 I tried to make, I failed because people killed it too fast.
Yep.
I was like, it's still going on.
Bro, I'm like, come on, guys. Like, get it together.
It was, So public events, learn how to make them heroic. If you don't know how, I'll have a video up in a little while, except there's probably going to be a moon public event, so I probably want to get that one on there. But yeah, it's dying. If you invade and die in 5 seconds, you know what? That happens, because that happens to me too. Some people are just like on the money, then they like know the spawn locations. But if you invade with moats, you messed up.
You messed up. Yeah.
So yeah, that was a nice little entertaining piece to the day. And then we're all sitting there like breaking our F5 key on our keyboard. And I think as many times as everybody hit it, I think that's how many words are in this TWAB.
Yo, it's just, this is serious, man. We got serious business to discuss.
So I kind of want to go in a little bit of so for the launch trailer, I want to ask you anything you spotted from that, because I know I broke down a couple frames. I didn't do a video over it, but I did actually stream and kind of break down frames of it. What did you catch from the launch trailer? Anything pique your fancy? Anything catch your interest?
Yes, the beat.
I mean, it was awesome marketing video, like for sure.
Beat was rocking, baby. I was ready. Bungie know how to advertise, man. That's one thing I was worried about with them leaving Activision, just to see that responsibility is all on them. And man, they got the party started. You got my homegirl, you know what I'm saying, talking her talk. So it's always good to hear more. You know, she gets into that real catonic state. It's dope. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as far as what I saw, I mean, to me it was just more of a little bit of everything else. But I mean, that we kind of seen already. But it was just put together well, man. I'm ready. I'm ready. I can't think of any. What standouts for you specifically? I'm trying to think of anything that really specifically stood out.
There are a couple of the new Hive theme on the moon, like with the red and the spikes and stuff. We saw the sparrow at the end. That is actually the Hive sparrow, which that's going to be collectibles, crazy quest dungeon. It's going to be some I don't think that's going to be a random drop. I think that's going to be earned. We saw what looked to be a similar theme with the Hive, the red, the tan, and the spikes, a shotgun. So we actually got a tease at themed weapons and a little more info about that in the TWAB later on. So those were actually cool because we have some of those themed weapons because we've seen the leafy weapons like coming from Black Arden or Vex. We've seen the Astro Shaman weapons and we've seen a few exotics, but it was like we have this whole like hive theme and they nailed it. Like all those weapons, the one that I've seen looks like anything with that theme is going to come back to like Taken King style weapons, like matching the theme of the place. Like it's going to be really, really good. So
yeah.
I think that just got me excited of more themed weapons being more variety of stuff to get out there. So
yeah, absolutely. I also like the little aesthetic of them in the vehicles again, shooting off at the keep and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that was kind of cool. You know what I'm saying?
That was like 6 people running in too. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was a cinematic put together. I'm sure that's not going to be the full like a 6-person anywhere, but there were some people messing around having fun in there.
Absolutely, man. Looks good. Ready, man. Got the juices are flowing, man. Definitely, I love the trailer, man. Got me hyped.
Yeah. So short and sweet on the trailer. If you want to watch it, check it out. I've broken down some frames. I've looked at some pieces, but really, it's just 4 days around the corner. So the more I look at, the more I want it. So I'm just gonna stop breaking everything down.
Yeah.
And then we had Twitter explode with a graphic about New Light.
Yes.
Now, I'd been wondering for the longest time, what's going to be a New Light? What are free players going to get? Because they get to log in at 750. We knew that. We knew they were going to play, like, planets were kind of going to unlock over time. They were probably going to get some of the basic strikes. We got, like, the full infographic. Everything's there.
Yeah.
So, what they get access to, if you haven't bought anything, haven't played Destiny 2, maybe you just want to jump in on Steam, you can play all of this stuff without paying a cent wherever you play it.
Yes.
So even if you go to like cross save or something, and you're like, hey, I want to go run fill in the blank, you'll still be able to do all this stuff. So we've got Crucible, of course, access to all playlists, free seasonal updates, Crucible weapons, and gear. So all that stuff will be there. Crucible, that's going to be nice. I think just in every, I mean, just as you're cross-playing on Xbox sometimes, PlayStation already has a lot of people, but hopefully should be getting some more. And then Steam getting a lot of free people, I'm sure, coming that direction.
Steam, so, PC community is going to be really explosive. I mean, Steam is by far, like the number one.
Oh, and by
platform.
the way, how about that subtle? You can preload Steam already,
bro.
I downloaded that thing.
Yo, it was 80. It was like 80 gigs for me.
79.1. Yeah.
Yeah, I put that bad boy on that SSD. I'm ready. Let's go.
Well, see, speaking of my internet connection, so again, sorry if the stream's terrible, but like I was downloading my internet connection. I downloaded that thing at 450 megasecond. Yeah. It worked that day.
Out here flexing. Weird today. Yeah, out here flexing. That's hot. That's hot.
My brother makes me look bad. He's got gig up and down.
Wow.
Yeah, he's down there in Austin though, so he's got some pretty fancy internet.
Salute.
Yeah, so my bro, I was down there once and uploaded a video. Normally I'll do like a weekly reset video. Takes a little while to upload, 60 frames. Take some time. It was done in 30 seconds. Literally the whole video was uploaded. I was like, it was just like the bar goes zzz, done. I was like, holy crap.
So that was a good feat. So good. I'm so glad they did that because again, the influx of what's about to happen next week is going to be insane. People don't understand. Like, this is unlike any other Destiny launch. This is literally great content combined with cross save, combined with New Light. I have so many people hitting me up saying, yo, I want to play with you. And these are non-Destiny people. I'm just letting you know. So it's going to, all platforms, man. Get ready, man. It's going to be a big one.
Yeah, so that alone, I think that's going to help on all platforms. I mean, Crucible's one of those where people have, wait times on PC for comp or other things in this nature. And it's the playlist, I think, will be better off on all fronts. And we're going to have more playlists, so it is going to be, hopefully, a good thing that holds on for a while. Yes. Then we've got strikes. So the PvE side of things, you've got the strike playlist, direct launch of Year 1 strikes, and then Vanguard weapons and gear. So... Again, they do clarify Year 1 strikes, and they also clarify later on it's Year 1 Nightfall strikes are going to be an option. So they can do some Nightfalls. Okay. The Nightfall is going to be changing up. It's going to be Nightfall, the Ordeal, all 4 difficulties and stuff like that, I think, from all we've seen. But they're going to still be able to, stretch their legs and try some challenging content for sure.
Absolutely. What's going on? Par 5. Yeah, it's going to be lit. Bender in the house. What's going on, man?
Seriously, yeah. It's we got a good chat going this morning, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in live. We've got year 1 exotic weapons and armor. So on year 1 exotic weapons and armor, you go through and that's still a pretty good chunk. I mean, Forsaken's got a large list of exotics that are in there. But that's still a pretty good amount of stuff for them to work on, collecting. I mean, if you've never played before, that's still a big list. And we know about 4 or 5 of those exotics from year 1 are about to be looking really good.
Looking really sweet. Yeah, it'll be a crazy buff. So, yeah, I mean, listen, that's a ton of exotics. Don't, obviously everyone wants the new shiny stuff, but to a new player, he's ignorant to that stuff. He doesn't know, what this new whatever is. He's just getting, all these other exotics for the first time. Is going to be losing his sun. You get his sunshot, graviton lance with it enhanced. People are going to be getting sweet business.
Man, graviton lance is so good.
Yeah, I love it, man. Shout out to cosmology.
Yeah. Oh man, but just the double tap on it.
The way it sounds, it sounds almost like a lightsaber. It's a cool sounding gun. I
always liked how they described it. They're like, the first bullet basically clears the air out of the way for the second bullet to hit. And I was like, are you kidding me? You're going to make me actually think about the physics of that? And then it sounds like it. Nailed it. So no, graviton alone, but yeah, they got a lot of stuff coming.
Is that real quick? Is that my favorite foundry? Is that Armalon? I believe that's Armalon.
It's got it. I don't know if it specifically says it, but I feel like it's got to be. I feel like that's like a Armalon exotic in the in the wind there.
That stuff. Yeah, tech science. I love that stuff.
So you've got access to 3 campaigns. You got the Red War, Curse of Osiris, and Warmind. Now for free, that's legit. That's Warframe has multiple campaigns and stuff out that they go through. I know people didn't love Curse of Osiris. It was kind of short. Osiris did not get the love he was supposed to. Warmind was kind of cool, teasing at it. But honestly, the Red War campaign, I know it wasn't the best, but I thought it was up until Forsaken, because that obviously set the bar higher. I really liked you got to see more of Gaul. You got to see more of the villain. You kind of got to see the progression of him talking to the speaker.
Oh yeah.
I really enjoy the Red War campaign because I think that first mission and then going into 2 with the low music and stuff, the tone in some of those missions was great. So that's going to be some awesome stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. We still honeymoon phases. We were just so great because it was such the narrative attention to detail. We had the good cinematic old school Bungie quality. Gaul was an interesting villain. Crazy interactions, man.
Yeah, so 3 campaigns, and then as they go through the campaigns, they'll be unlocking destinations, but they get free roam access to everywhere. The Moon, the Dreaming City, Tangled Shore, on top of all the other campaigns they're going to play. They get to see it all. So if this place is really cool, and you're telling me there's more stuff here? All right, I guess I got to dig into this. And there were a couple things I was actually thinking about when it came to destinations. I was like, so how are people going to get their shards of light? Or seeds of light.
Right. I saw that was a good question you put up. I saw that.
Yeah, so I was wondering, and then people are like, well, the patrols should still be open, so you still should be able to get to Blindwell, and then you should still be able to go to Marasov and do Tier 3. So I think they've covered just about everything. There were some questions I had, and then even more questions I had, because up until yesterday, I did not know the following was going to be part of Menagerie, part of New Light. You got the Forges, you got Gambit Prime and Reckoning are both confirmed to be in there, and the Menagerie. Wow. So the entire annual pass is free.
Wow. That is huge, bro. Yeah. I didn't think they would go that far. That's a big deal. That is a lot of free you literally don't have to spend no money, and you could be playing with your friends and still going everywhere. And then what I like what you said about Blind Weller, let's be real. Sometimes when you needed to go on Blind Weller, it'd be a little rough trying to get people to get you know what I'm saying? Just off of the queuing.
Yeah, and matchmaking is a little weird.
I like what Bungie's doing. They're using the new to feed those activities that
anything that might be a little low, you're gonna have blueberries in there. So it may be rough as you're teaching people, but yeah, you'll have people. You'll have bodies. I just don't know if they're gonna be helpful bodies for a little while.
Shout out to Dramatic. You're automatically my best friend now. He even like those terrorists. That's my man. Yo, salute.
Okay, so I dug Panoptes as that final boss. I just wish we got to see something more with him. Panoptes was legit looking. I've got screenshots of him that are just I was like, he's an epic design. So cool.
Epic design, and the boss fight was cool because, shout out to Addict, even Addict said it, is that it's one of the first boss fights where the Guardian is like fighting with Osiris. It's fighting with you.
Yeah, he's
bro.
right alongside
like,
you, kind of.
He's
in
right
spirit-ish.
alongside. Do this, do that. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, he's the man and stuff like that. Just that, again, the resolution we didn't necessarily care for. Also, my personal gripe was just that most like when you do Warmind, Anna Bray stays as an NPC, right?
Yeah.
I thought we would at least have him somewhere just to, you know. Yeah, you know, I'll shoot her up. So, yeah, like it's just one of those things where it's just like, damn, you know, it just
don't do that. You're talking about Anna Bay in there.
And oh yeah, Anna Bay. I know a lot of people.
A lot of people like Anna Bay, and I was like, whoa, okay, calm down.
A lot. She is highly contested in the Destiny community. So my apologies to Anna Bay. But yeah, man, like again, you know, it's just one of those things that you just hope they revisit. And now that they're doing with annual season pass 2.0 narrative, we hope once we get a chance, maybe in year 4 or whoever, when we get to see him again, hopefully.
Yeah, that's been some of the biggest thing. Like the big expansions, like we know Shadowkeep's gonna have a cool campaign. It's gonna tie into whatever's going on with the Vex, and it's gonna go forward. And that's what we've been all waiting for a while. Like Red Wars campaign is cool, and we have like the tease with the Menagerie connection, which is like one of the first times they've even connected for that. So I'm looking forward to more and more things coming together. They also get Gambit, regular Gambit along with Gambit Prime, private matches if they want to do that.
Yeah, that's big. I didn't think they would get that either. That's big.
Privates? Really?
Yeah, I didn't think they'd get that, man.
I mean, I don't even know how many people use them. They're just in there, but it's there. Raids, all 3 year 1 raids and the weapons and gear. So you can get, you can go get your inaugural address and things like that. It is weird that some of the raids that they're doing there don't have random rolls on them. So you're just getting the static pieces.
Yeah. You think is it confirmed that year 1, the raid weapons won't be upgraded to? Because we know we're getting armor,
you can't even put mods in those, can you? You can't put a mod in what? Like inaugural address or midnight coup. Like you can't put a mod in any of those, can you?
But it's so weird, right? Because they're up the armor in the raids. They're making armor 2.0.
Yeah, armor 2.0. I hope so.
I hope so, man. I hope they just silently push them out and allow. Could you imagine? Like, I would love to grab up Midnight Coup and inaugural address.
Like, they have like the best perks you can ask for on them, though. Yeah, so it's really hard.
It's my joint too. Just shoddy Zenith of your kind.
Zenith of our kind. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a mean shoddy, man. So we'll see. I would hope so. I mean, we haven't heard any indication, but we hope so.
Which version of the game are we picking up? Well, I'm going to get the one that has all the seasons because I may as well. I'm going to play it. So I'm going to get the deluxe. I didn't do the collectors. I didn't actually jump on it on time. I went to go look at one point. I was like, they were sold out. I was like, no.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, I'm doing the digital deluxe on Steam. So I'll get
digital deluxe, all the trimmings, extra sauce.
all the fixins, if you're gonna go a little southern with it.
Man. Yeah. We know he loves his fixins.
No, I really don't actually.
That's an inside joke. That's a Guardian card joke.
Yeah. If you know me, I don't put none of that stuff. So that's a joke for a different time.
Oh, Lord of fixin. This man
really not
have fixins.
Yeah, no. And they'll still get to do in-game events. So you got Iron Banner, Festival of Lost, the Dawning, Crimson Days, the Revelry, Solstice of Heroes. I guess they're telling us those are the planned events of the year. So the seasonal events are still going to be there. You get that much for free.
Yeah, bro.
I mean,
tremendous. It
was easier for them to describe what you don't get than what you do get.
Literally,
you literally don't get the Forsaken campaign, Last Wish, Shattered Throne. And like the quests that go with Forsaken's year.
But the fact that you can go to the areas like the Dreaming City, you know what I'm saying? And all that stuff. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So at least it gives them the temptation to say, you know what? This looks cool. I'll put that money down. You know what I'm saying? I'll put that money down for this Forsaken or whatever. There
was one thing I was going through and I was like working on a preparation video and like what to do. And I was like, because I was thinking about machine guns. I know they're probably not going to be as crazy in Gambit. Hopefully the range fall off doesn't make Hammerhead quite a beast. I mean, if you're mid-range, you're still probably going to whoop somebody. But you're not going to cross-map them. But I was like, because I was thinking about what are New Light Guardians going to have for machine guns? And I was going, they're going to just have a chance at Thunderlord. Before I knew this, it was just Thunderlord. That was all I could think of. And then you've got Black Armory, and you've got Menagerie, and you've got the raids. So I guess they won't be doing the raids. They won't be doing Scourge. They won't be doing Crown. Those they have to go. So that would come with Forsaken, I think. So
yeah, absolutely.
That's still man.
Still a lot, man.
if you're one of those, like, same thing if you buy a console late in a generation. Like, if you got a PS4 right now, you would have so much stuff to play. It would be just ridiculous. Like, and you could get it fairly cheap, enjoy so many games, you'd be, like, just gaming for the next couple of years. So, same thing. If you manage to not play Destiny 2 for a while, you are going to get a nice place to jump into it.
Let's go, blueberries. Come forth.
Yeah, blueberries, come forth and ruin my public events and
no,
drop all of your Gambit motes.
Bring them into the Crucible for my KD to improve.
Oh, I see. Yeah. You want some like lost heads be like, oh, what's around this corner?
I need to feel good about myself at their expense. What else we got?
Oh, man. So, yeah, that's everything coming. We'll get to that in a bit. Black Wings, you're a couple steps ahead of us there. But yeah,
he ready.
Yeah, New Light is honestly looking to be really, really amazing for this game. I think it's something, even when we sit there and, you ask some of the devs and stuff, like, what are things they're looking forward to? This has to be high on their list. This is something that I think they've probably wanted to do in some way, but weren't able to. And just a way to, because everything's always been buy this, buy that, buy these pieces, buy this here. Like, there's no way even like the annual pass content would have been free with New Light otherwise. So,
I agree. This is definitely their long-term original vision coming to life.
I can't wait. Looking forward to it for sure. So this should be fun. Yeah. So we've got probably one of the biggest TWABs I've ever seen. I mean, I say that we had a lot of patch notes, but this is like, everything has something to talk about. So they give us the bullet points: combat changes, progression and economy changes, patch note preview, ritual and weapon that's a big one. Set it straight, wear it with pride, and Bungie rewards. Like, we'll get to some of those, but like those top like 4, holy crap, we got some stuff to talk about, guys. So we're gonna break down this stuff, kind of get our talking points about each. I'll set them up, Cognito will knock them out, and we will work through this thing with you guys. And again, sorry on the stream. If it is bad, check the video later. I do apologize. It's one of those things I apparently have no control over this morning. So
it's all good, brother. We rocking out.
All right, so we're going to go to combat changes first. Some of this is like UI stuff. Some is going to be the levels that you fight. So basically, they've stated the whole PvE numbers display. To wrap this up into a kind of a tight little bow, it doesn't affect anything that we're doing. Yes. It doesn't affect the level that you are. It doesn't affect your damage output. It literally changes the numbers on screen, so they're not seeing like 999999 showing up when you do a golden gun. They're going to bring the numbers down, and as they have 5 years of growth projected for us, we're going to be able to basically look forward to actually enjoying that growth and not have to change the numbers. Because they even state, as players grow in power, damage numbers will increase at a much more measured pace than previously, and this is, built to last for years. They're setting us up for, when you shoot an ogre in the face, it's not going to do 21,260 damage. It's probably going to do 2,100 damage. They're just like, they're going to take zeros off of things. You may not see the rounding that's out there, but all in all, it's just going to make things a little more manageable.
All UI, visual, front-facing stuff, not affecting damage stuff. This is literally just future-proofing for the UI. Is the vibe I got. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, what you can picture is PvP, because most of the time we're looking at PvP, we're seeing like, oh, I hit him for like 61. And with the same gun, you go into PvE and you hit a thrall in the head for 6,000 damage. You're like, yeah. So it's just basically a UI thing. Nothing's going to change. Player damage output, whether measured as hits to kill, time to kill, or DPS, remains unchanged by this update. So don't need to spend much time on that one. Just numbers are going to look different. Don't worry about it. Best way I can say that. Now, PvE difficulty tuning, that's a legit thing. So, goals. They want to widen the sweet spot where fighting higher level combatants provides a fun, challenging, and rewarding combat experience for a more enjoyable power climb. Also, allow players to look for even greater challenges to confront much higher level enemies. All I can say is esoteric's like, woo, I can fight something 99 powers above my power level and still do something to him. So I'm only waiting for him on like day 1 to solo a Nightfall. On like Legend. He's going to like solo Nightfall. It's going to be crazy. So so we've got combatants that are 10 to 40 levels higher, take less time to kill and deal less damage. We don't have a lot of moments where things are above us. But when they are, say, like raid contests and things like that, where we're kind of stuck below, this stuff won't be as bad, which is also makes me wonder is like kind of the raid contest, is it going to be not as bad now?
That's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering that, when you do hear this stuff, in reference to the raid, how will that affect it? I mean, 10 to 40 levels higher, take less time to kill it. We're gonna see. A lot of this stuff. Remember, we're seeing this raw information, and then we also, the week prior, we're getting like little bit of damage buffs per weapon and stuff. We got to see how things even out with all these systems coming together before I completely say, oh, this is terrible, or you know what I'm saying, or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, this may sound weird. You're like, hey, maybe contest isn't that strong, or things above me are like maybe not hitting me that hard. But I also like where it leads into this next part, where we actually get a bigger range of stuff that we can fight. So higher level combatants continue to increase in difficulty up to 100 power levels above the player, and above, 100 power levels or above, they are immune. So you can do basically up to 100, or basically 99 is the way I read it. You can do damage.
Right.
So if you are, what is the new max? Like a legend difficulty Nightmare Hunt is 950. If you are 851, technically you could do damage in there. It just may take you like 3 hours to finish it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be rough, but it is definitely. I like that though, because you can venture into places and be like, maybe I shouldn't be here. We don't really have any of those right now, and I'm also wondering how. Like, you take this and I can picture the moon. I'm like, hey, maybe there's some areas of the moon where there's some difficult enemies, and then nightmare hunts and nightfalls and stuff like that. I'm honestly wondering or hoping if they're gonna throw higher level enemies in other patrol places around the world.
That's what I'm thinking. That's the vibe I'm getting. That's literally the vibe. It almost reminds me of on Cosmodrome, and you get into some areas where you're like, whoa, question mark, old school question mark. But you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on here? Like, I shouldn't be here because of the level of the enemy. So, yeah, I think they're setting things up with that. Also, we have, like you said, the nightmare hunts. There's some they're scheming. This is the vibe I'm getting. Where anybody with a nameplate on your name, you got a nameplate. Also, them dudes, it's gonna be serious.
So I think this will open up them to be able to be a little more creative. Say lost sectors are more difficult than like running around on patrol. Lost sectors, they might be a bit more challenging. Like, I'm hoping they start getting creative with stuff like that. So we actually have places where we potentially, when you're leveling up or when you trip over a new zone, you're like, oh, this is too high. Like, maybe you shouldn't go march the keep on the first day because you're going to get stepped on.
No, absolutely.
Hopefully, at least. We'll see. But yeah, a couple difficulties. But yeah, the UI is not going to mean much, but the PvE difficulty, mostly just giving us, because it was up to 50 at this point. 50 is where they'd be immune. You could be 49 points, and that's why if you messed with the Nightfall card, that was kind of where you'd have to cap it out. It's like 1 underneath that. Speaking of that Nightfall card, by the way.
Yes.
Do you think that thing's just going to disappear?
I hope so, because I'll be honest with you, I never liked it. It felt like homework. All right, pull out your scratch card, and let's do today. And I'm like, come on, man. Like, I just want to pick the night. Why can't it just be easily baked into the UI? They got a little too cute, and it's just it feels like work. It feels like busy work just to set up. And that's what, to be honest with you, that's why I don't do them really, bro. Like, usually when I do that, it's because someone says, hey, I need help. All right, cool, I got you. Just tell me what you want, what loadout you want, what burn you want me to take care of, and I'll help out. But I'm hoping, man. I'm not really a fan of it. Only thing I will say I like is I liked the creativity with the banners, how they can change. You know what I'm saying?
Like your score, or
that
like the emblems, you mean?
The emblems, excuse me. Yeah,
gotcha.
The emblems. I like that. There's some cool variants. You know what I'm saying? And that's a little show off kind of stuff. But other than that, it's
little flex.
Yeah, it's like, other than that, I'm good on that, man.
But yeah, I'm actually. I mean, I think that card, because I kept like going through my inventory of things to prep, what to keep, what not, and I'm looking at that challenge card. I'm like, they have like 4 difficulties. This thing, I swear, that thing's just gone. I have a feeling, because you had to get it from Xur. You don't even know what's going on with that.
It's too complex for a new player.
It's just convoluted.
For a new player.
Yeah,
it's too convoluted.
So I think that's actually straight up gone. You're gonna have your 4 difficulties. They're gonna pick the modifiers, the stacks, the things you're gonna face, and it's basically up to them.
Yeah,
which will be also kind of a thing where it's like, Hey, so what loadout or what sin should I pick? Look, they picked it. Just good luck.
Just good luck.
Yeah. So that's one of those. I'll be curious if they keep it to where, because you've got new light players who could do year 1 Nightfalls. And then we're going to have year 2 strikes. You've still got like Corrupted and stuff like that. Right. And then now we're going to have a couple more additions. And then we had the Forsaken PlayStation strike that we're going to get. So there's a chunk of strikes that they won't have access to. So I'm curious if like one of the Nightfalls will always be like a year 1. And then the other 2 might be more random, because maybe they just get one Nightfall and they always get the year 1 if you're new light. And maybe if we get to pick, or if it's just truly going to be one strike. I'll be curious.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see how they handle it. So, but I agree. I think the card thing is done.
It's toasty.
Yeah,
and burned up on entry. So the next thing, now this is a whole bunch of stuff to read through. So I'm going to go through it, and then we can go back and hit the points, because we're talking about progression and economy changes. This is all about leveling, level of drops, over level, under level, bonus, all that type of stuff. So I'm going to try and hit this in as basically brief level that I can, and then we'll kind of hit the high points as quick as possible. So all non-powerful rewards now drop 3 to 0 points below your highest equipable power, up from 15 to 20. That is a big one we'll get back to. Year 2 powerful rewards have been changed to legendary rewards. These sources no longer have a chance to drop an exotic instead of legendary gear. So no exotics coming from old stuff, only be more new. Bonus exotics that drop from Nightfall the Ordeal will drop at the character's highest equipable power level. Under and over leveling activities no longer adjust how much power is received from the rewards. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Me neither. Yeah.
Experience no longer fuels a player's character level, which has been to level 50 for everybody. It's not even shown on the screen anymore. I think everybody's just level 50. It's just they have to have something in that like data slot.
Right.
Experience instead progresses the season pass, season artifacts, power progression, as well as unlocking of destinations for new characters. That's a kind of a little clarification on that. Experience rewards have been rebalanced with the introduction of season pass and seasonal artifacts. Everybody's probably going to worry about that one. The power granted from the seasonal artifact is additive to the power of players' equipable gear, but does not increase the power of drops. All existing this is like one I was telling everybody, because even there was somebody I knew who came back. All existing gear has had its power increased from a minimum to a minimum of 750. New characters will begin Destiny 2 at 750. Do not infuse anything. I'm going to say that before we can do anything.
Yep.
Do not spend a cord. Do not infuse. If you like something, just wait.
Just wait.
Season 8 power bands are as follows. Floor, 750 is where everybody starts. Soft cap is 900. Basically, all drops will continue to boost you up to that point. Blues, legendaries, you're going to be using them all. Powerful cap is 950. So from 900 to 950, non-powerful Pinnacle rewards are capped at 950. Pinnacle rewards are the only way to raise power above this point. Pinnacle cap is 960. That is the highest, which is known as the hard cap. You cannot get a gear score above 960. That's going to come from basically the hardest stuff, the nightmares, the masters, the raids, stuff like that. And prime engrams got some clarification and changes. Prime engrams now gain charges more quickly, drop more frequently, and have a higher maximum charge cap, 9 up from 6 during year 2. The power gains have been rebalanced due to the increased frequency, +3 instead of +4 to 7. Players who have completed the prime example quest prior to Shadowkeep's release, prime example, will earn these charges, but those charges won't drop when the characters reach 900. This is so people who are getting like blues for the soft cap aren't wasting prime engrams on that, which I'm actually okay with.
Which is, because there was a strategy involved.
Yeah. So, all right, that's a lot of crap. That's a lot of changes.
Yeah, it's a lot. That's a lot.
So to start at the top, all non-powerful rewards drop 3 to 0 points below your highest power level, up from 15 to 20. Okay, I'm going to let you tackle these first, and I'll get my thoughts on the end, because I said everything. But what do you think about this? This already, I've got thoughts, but go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be as... This is something I feel is a natural progression. I really don't feel like negative about it. It's one of those things where it's like, okay, 3 to 0 points below your highest equipable power level. You know what I'm saying? And that's up from the 15 to 20. So, to me, this is all with that steady grind, right? That steady increment. Yeah. And I'm for that, because, you want things to help you during this power climb. So, Will everything help you? No. There's going to be times where you're going to get the boots, and there's going to be, the boots underneath by 3. You know what I'm saying? I get that. But there's times where you do get something in a place that's needed, and whether it be the, character mark or whatever, and a class item, and it helps, So I think it's that incremental help that discourages bad RNG on your power climb.
No,
because a lot of people really get frustrated. Like, damn, I need the arms. And
if you just couldn't get arms, you could be 15. I mean, you really truly could get screwed and be like 15 power levels behind by your arms, and they're just dragging you down.
It is just and I've seen it. You can get extremely unlucky, and that's the difference between sometimes getting ready for Pinnacle content and a raid on a Saturday. Yeah. So that's what I got on it. I think it's cool. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on it. You know what I'm saying, as far as where you're at.
I mean, for me, I'm definitely down for. I think it just makes everything feel. I think, as you said, you described it well. It's just going to make it all feel better. You're not going to have, major gaps in power level. Even if like a blue possibly drops at, 2 or 3 power levels below, that's still going to keep that smoother progression as you climb. It's just going to like smooth out that thing where you don't have this like. If you look at all of your pieces of gear on like a line graph as you climb that chart, there's not going to be this flat line of your boots until you jump up big and finally get something. So, no, I think it's going to smooth out everything. It's just going to make it feel better for newer players and stuff like that. And as Black Iron Man said, it's like you killed me by saying that out loud, by the way. But I'm just dying after watching Hobbs and Shaw. That's all I can think of. So. But it's just going to smooth it out. But we have, as he said, we have 150 power levels to climb in 5 days.
5 days.
Really, it's 4 because it's 96 hours, if that helps you at all. But it's 4 total days that you get to play 150 power levels. Yeah. And then maybe in there your artifact got you 20. Maybe you've got some other things to happen. But 150 power levels is still like a lot of drops for every slot, for every weapon. And then you can think, I will say, for everyone out there, please do not infuse anything till you're 900. Yeah. I don't care if you like your weapons. Leave them alone for you.
That's me.
No. But this is to everybody. It's like if you're like, you're not gonna not infuse, or you're gonna infuse.
No. I'm gonna try my best to listen this time.
Yeah. Put the favorites away. Set them in the vault. Just leave them off the character. And just cycle through the random drops. If you get a blue auto rifle, guess what? Use it for a little while because you'll probably get something else in a little while. But that's the idea: is do not infuse until you are 900, because up to that point, a blue could out level what you just infused, which is going to just be a waste of cores. You're going to need they're going to be so valuable. So, year 2 powerful rewards. Now this one I want to see. Year 2 powerful reward sources have changed to legendary rewards.
Oh, I got a comment.
Okay. These sources no longer have a chance to drop a random exotic instead of the legendary gear. So basically anything, I guess, that's like kind of year 2 powerful, whether it's forges, whether it's other things, you won't be getting exotics from those. What are your thoughts, sir?
Yes, I'm all about this.
You are, huh? No exotics?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Slow down. Remember, we have a battle pass.
Too many.
Yeah.
Gotta balance
Remember what
out.
I said? How you can get Cognito to shut up on this battle pass is you nerf the damn drop rates into the ground. And I love this. This just nerf this thing all the way. I'm about
You're like, I want you to get 1 exotic a month. Damn it. It's too many.
That's right, man. I want
you to earn these. I want blood, sweat, and tears into these exotics.
That's right. So I'm about all of this right here. When I saw that, big smile, because let's be real, Destiny has a ton of powerful engram sources. That powerful reward, tons, everywhere on the map. Star, all over the map, right? So let's get that back in check. You got your battle pass if you get unlucky. You know what I'm saying? And let's get down to making these exotics feeling special. That's going to be the theme today. I'm just going to let you know. Continue.
Fair enough. Bonus exotics that drop from the Nightfall the Ordeal will drop at a character's highest equipable power. I mean, I think that's an exotic that's not actually going to give you a power boost, actually. It's just going to be at your highest power. So you're not going to get, like, your exotic's not going to help you, I guess, is a way. What do you think about that? Because, I mean, if I go do Nightfall the Ordeal and I'm like 930 and I do it 920 and I only get something that's 930, it's not helping me. So it's almost, do I just want the legendary instead of the exotic?
Yeah, I hear where you're coming with that. I mean, I'm kind of indifferent. I mean, I get that point. I get that point. I don't know. So you're doing that Nightfall joint, you get the drop, but I don't know. I'm not like either way. Just shit. It's one of those things I gotta say. Are you like against it? Like where you at?
I mean, I just feel like as they kind of talk about other stuff, I mean, every like powerful gear is gonna always like take you up a few levels and things like that. I always feel like if you get exotic in a challenging activity, Nightfall the Ordeal is not gonna be easy.
Right.
I feel like you should get a little boost from it, something, not just like if I'm 926, my exotic drops at 926. Not like even 927 would be like, ah, cool, I got a little higher, like something.
So highest equipable power level, right?
Yeah, like if I look at dim and my max levels 926 from everything I own, vault and character and otherwise, and it's 926 and I go in there at 926 and then I fight that stuff and it drops at the same level. You're still cool without a boost?
Nah, I hear your point. I guess it is interesting that they're doing this with the bonus exotic, right? Like from that, it is.
That terminology is weird. I don't know if bonus exotic
sounds weird. Like, it's like the sentence sounds strange. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why they felt the need to kind of single that out. Yeah, it just feels like a strange bullet point. That's why I'm still wrapping my head as to my thing is I'm also about like why Bungie makes the decisions they make, right? Yeah. So for me, I'm like, okay, why do you feel the need to cap that exotic, right? Like why do you feel like that was an issue kind of deal? I don't know. Those are the kind of things I think about when I see something that seems a little bit peculiar. I don't know about y'all, but that's where I'm at with it. It's a little strange. I'm not like angry, but it's just like, why?
Yeah, it's just odd, I guess. I mean, I'll have to see, and mostly exotics are going to be like, you know, they're going to be more like what they do, not the level they are, generally. Right. But I mean, if I get something, it's just me. It's one more thing to infuse, and I guess when you get that 900 and 950 is where I know some people get frustrated, is in that like power grind, and you got to hit the powerful rewards, and then you're limited here, and you can't get all this stuff, and you get what you go through and do a Nightfall. I don't want to be saying I wish I would have had a legendary instead of an exotic and gotten a level out of it. That's, I guess, like...
But here's the other thing. What they mean by bonus exotics. Maybe it's the way we're reading it wrong.
Do you think you're getting like a second one or something?
A second one, right? So that...
I mean, if I get two and one of them's not like higher, that's fine. But if it's just your drop, then I guess that's where we'll have to see.
We'll have to see, yeah.
Yep. And this is one I was like, as we were reading through, I literally had no idea this was a thing. Under and over leveling activities no longer just how much power is received from the rewards. So I don't know if you could get like, I know prime engrams give you a decent jump, but I mean even normal engrams powerful will give you some boost. If you were under, did you get a bigger boost or I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, just probably going to be pretty standard across the board. Yeah. Experience. So we no longer have a player level. Everybody's 50. It's just some data thing behind the scenes that they don't care about. Experience basically,
AKA this is artifact stuff. Yeah. Basically, all that stuff is turned into artifacts. Yeah. That's where they're going now.
So experience goes into your season pass for your ranks, your artifact for your bonus power, and power progression is all those things. Experience rewards have been rebalanced, and this is the one everybody's like, oh no, is it going to be harder to get those season pass ranks, so we have to pay for them? Oh no.
Yeah, they get nervous.
Do you think that's going to be a big deal, or do you think they're...
Nah, I mean... And they've been rebalanced with the introduction as seasonal artifact progressions. I mean, again, we'll have to see. But they're at a point right now where they're such under the Microsoft, especially after XP Gate, they are not in any position to be doing any tomfoolery.
Yeah,
so I'm not worried
about it. That's not going to be a thing.
This community, with our magnifying glass, whenever there's any type of, something that's peculiar, we call it out quick. Yeah.
Yep.
It's crazy.
All existing powerful gear going to 750. That's just don't infuse anything. Every character, every piece of gear, every armor, every weapon, everything in your vault, every single thing that you own to your account is 750. Just remember that. Don't infuse. Save it. All right, so here we got the power band. So everybody 750, soft cap 900. The raid is 890 for the first encounter. So what do you think of the soft cap getting you to the raid?
I like it.
You do?
I like it because it's going to encourage more of the blueberries to get in. You know what I'm saying?
And at least try and start it. Yeah.
At least try to start. And that's the problem always been entry for the raid, right? At least if you give them a taste and lead them that direction, they may stick around. You know what I'm saying? I actually like that idea.
Powerful cap is 950, so that'll be powerful rewards, just like we always see on the map. Like any of your milestones you need to do are going to help you through here. Pinnacle cap is 960. That will be the gear from just the hardest stuff. I'm assuming it's like masters and raids, maybe legend still, but I mean, it's going to be the hardest stuff to get you that last 10 in gear. And that is truly gear score only.
Love it. Love it.
And then we've got prime engrams. Now these are getting some changes. So they charge more quickly, because it always says like, hey, your prime attunement or whatever sitting there waiting for you if you're playing a decent amount. So they charge more quickly and drop more frequently, and they're going to give you a +3 power boost, which is going to be nice. But it is down from 4 to 7. But if you get them more frequently, they're kind of figuring that'll kind of balance it out. I don't know what the prime example quest is.
That's an interesting quest. Like, they're going to teach us about prime engrams?
I don't remember that. Is that prior to Shadowkeep's release will earn, but that says before Shadowkeep's release. Like, I feel like we almost have had that at some point.
Like, I just don't remember. It almost feels like an existing thing that I just don't remember.
Yeah, I probably just didn't pay attention to the name. But the big thing is, like, as we're leveling up to the soft cap, anything's going to help you. So you save your 9 charges of prime engrams as you level up, and then they're kind of going to send them out at a little quicker pace to get you a nice little boost. So, I mean, if you can get to 900, that's going to be the goal for the raid teams, is get to 900, get all those primes to drop so you can actually get those types of boosts. So what is your plan? Like, I don't know how much you're going to have a chance to play. I know you got work. I've got time off just because I chose to take the time. But what do you think? What do you think is like an optimal plan? What is your thoughts on like leveling up? What activities do you do? Are you just gonna like grind out public events again? Like, what are your thoughts?
Oh, I see. To be honest, I'm going a different approach, man. I'm not normally old school cognito, go hard, the most efficient sources. I'm just gonna enjoy it, man. I'm gonna take it a different, because now that I've seen the soft cap is 9, I can get in there. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm not necessarily going gung ho for world first and none of that stuff, but I do want to experience the raid. So I think for me, it's like, I'm just going to go with the flow, bro. I'm not going to put any undue pressure on myself. I want to experience different things. I just want to have fun with the content. You know what I'm saying? More so. So, you know, if along the way, if I find something efficient, you damn well sure I'm going to be in there. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I think right now it's just more about storyline, finishing the campaign, you know, seeing what these new activities do and bring. You know, obviously they got that pseudo forge thing. I forgot the name of it off top. You remember, right?
I've looked at screenshots, but we'll know quickly.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
We know, whatever. I'm just going to enjoy it, man. I just really, really, you know, especially because the soft cap allows us to get in raise 890, soft cap's 9.
Yep.
I can kind of chill. I don't have to go crazy. I'll jump in the raid just to get a feel, you know, and then it's going to be contest rules or whatever. So I don't got to go crazy. Like, it just gave me a chance to breathe a little bit. I just want to enjoy it, man. What about you? You going hardcore, boots to the ground?
I mean, I've got time, so like I'm gonna be down for about 4 or 5 days. I've got one little blip. Like, I work Saturday morning, one shift up till like basically 11:30. So if I want to do the raid, I may not start exactly at noon, and I'm not trying to like race the people. But I mean, if I'm at decent power level, I wouldn't mind trying to get a group together. I mean, just to see how it goes, maybe get it done. But we will talk about the rewards you can get from that thing. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to go for the 24 hours. That one's rough, because the contest rule, they always set you to like, your fire team's got to be firing, you got to be on money, like seeing what's up. So I mean, I wouldn't mind trying, but that first like 10-day window or whatever it is, I definitely want to get in for that, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But I was like,
I don't got nobody. I might.
Oh yeah, will your Xbox brethren let you have some freedom over to PC World?
Listen, I got cross save. I'm over there just
Oh, okay.
here and there saying I'm saying hi.
It's like,
but
hey,
home is over
I
there.
haven't
Exactly.
forgotten about you guys. It's
Forgot
nice
about you.
though.
Yeah,
Let me do the royal wave.
Yeah, you gotta do that. You say hi to the common folk. Listen, you got 5 or 6. You really trying to run it? Yeah, I'll run with you. Absolutely, absolutely.
So yeah, that'll be. So I wouldn't probably start at like noon, but if somebody's willing to like, hey, give me like an hour to have some lunch, get home, and be sane, yeah, I'll probably be up to put some effort in to try.
So I really can rock with you guys.
Yeah. Saturday, Sunday, something like that for sure. And even if it's like, and if it's not contest, you still get another week after, which is nice. So you get some time in there because it's going to be on the 5th, which will be Saturday, and you have until the 15th to get like some of the cool stuff. So you'll have another full weekend to go for stuff. So they're giving people a window, which is kind of forgiving and nice, which I'm down for.
Yeah, man.
But I mean, like when I think about leveling up, I wonder, does the soft cap of 900 say you're going to go run public events because they're one of the quickest ways to get gear drops when everything's going to help you? Is that, I mean, I know people are going to want to get experience as fast as possible to get their artifact quickly. As soon as they have their artifact, they're going to want to start getting experience for that as fast as they can. But then also going from 750 to 900 is a climb, and just the quickest way you can get anything to literally drop, whatever it's weapon, armor, blues, purples, doesn't matter. I'm honestly wondering if like people are just going to be farming basic quick stuff as opposed to, hey, I'm going to go try a nightmare hunt. My honestly guess, like the nightmare hunts are going to be like powerful gear. You're not going to want to do those until you get to 900 anyway, because like if you do it in that first 5 days, you're going to want to save those until that cap's hit. So it's almost like, so this is where I'm wondering is like, are you almost incentivized not to do the new stuff so you save the powerful drops for a 900? See, that's where I start wondering in my mind's like, I don't know, because if you can go to 900, I mean, it was just like playing through the campaign. Yeah, you'll get some drops. Play through the campaign, unlock stuff, try and get at least 7 on the artifact. Once that piece is done, once people have an artifact and they can just like get natural experience, I was like, I'm wondering if like they'll, mess stuff up. I don't know if you do like 10 public events in a row, do you get less experience? Did they ever do something like that at some point?
Yeah,
I feel like they kind of
remember
steered away from like going to different activities.
Yeah, I remember
mixing it up.
Event hustle was addressed in a TWAB from an experience standpoint that they wouldn't, they were pretty much they were cognizant of what we were doing. And they were like, we're giving less experience in the public
like
events.
If you go run a strike and then do a couple public events over here, then meet your friends on this other planet, you'll be natural. But if you're just like running a loop on EDZ, for example, I feel like you don't get quite as much out of it. So some of that may like merit you to like maybe go run strikes or play Crucible or play a game, but like go do some things. But also when you think about like, what are your daily rewards? What are your weekly rewards? Like, I don't want to grind out my weekly strike playlist powerful gear award if it's going to be something I want to save till 900. So then where the hell, what do I, like, it's just, I'm kind of curious what's going to be good to do and what's going to be worth saving, because we don't even have a weekly reset this time to reset that stuff. Like,
reset that thing.
It's not like Forsaken.
To me, the greatest thing about this cap stuff, from my opinion, again, soft cap part, huge fan, and Pinnacle cap part, I'm a huge fan, because I love the Pinnacle activities giving those rewards to get you to that level. And it's not going to be anything else but that. It's going to force that engagement, get people into these hard activities. There's nothing worse than firing up, trying to get some people together to do Pinnacle activities and no one's doing them because no one is, of light or don't know how. So,
well, I mean, that was always to me, and I guess this is where my issue with the Pinnacle activity, including Iron Banner, because to me, that's one of those that's, there's not, like, if there was something like Trials, if there was a, like, true skill-based activity to get you from 950 to 916, it was PvP, I'd be okay if Trials was in there, even if I never got it. If I had to go do raids, or if I had to go do crazy Master Nightfalls or something, that would be my way. And then someone else's way is over here at Trials or, Elite
Dramatic's
PvP.
Asking you about the weekly reset.
Wait, no, there should be a weekly reset. There's not a weekly reset before the raid starts, is all.
Right, is what he's saying. Exactly.
Yeah, so it comes out on Tuesday. The raid is Saturday, so we won't have a chance to reset powerful drops from like run three strikes, run 5 Crucible matches, run Gambit, like all those powerfuls. If you do them as you're leveling up, you're not going to have those as powerful drops at 900.
Right.
So that's my idea there, is that saving like your normal stuff that you might go just naturally do, you might go sit and run just like, that's why I wonder, is like, is it public events? Is it picking a strike on a planet? Is it, how do you avoid those playlists where you want to save those powerful drops for as late as possible?
But here's another thing too we got to think about, is that if the primes are going to be increased in frequency just by natural, I think it's going to be natural grinding, bro, because you just go on, hold on to them and rock out. I mean, that's the vibe I'm getting. They're increasing that frequency, and that's just literally gameplay, no matter what you were doing, really.
Yeah. I just don't know if like, well, maybe, okay, so fine. If you want to run strike playlists, then those are decently like rewarding. You might be able to run those, but I wouldn't like clear out every weekly activity. If you're going for the raid, that's all I'm saying. Like, people are trying to be as optimal as possible. You might want to save some of those like weekly powerful engram type drops for later, but you're like, hey, I'm going to be running Crucible for like 4 days. That's where I'm going to get my drops. Go like stay there. Save strikes maybe for like once you hit 900 or vice versa.
Yeah. The vibe I'm getting, the way this appears to be structured is, look, do what you want to. You save those powerful rewards, like you said, till you get to that was it the 900, right? You save those for then, right? You continue to grind in the activity that you like, unless we find something super efficient. You'll get the slow, steady creep, and you'll get prime engrams, and work on your artifact, right? Because your artifact's going to give you that plus to whatever your level cap is. So I think that's the vibe it seems to go right now. And again, if that's the case, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Excuse me. Have to see it all in action, but it will be curious what people eventually light on. I mean, you'll have 4 days. It'll probably be quick. Well, I mean, it'll be in like 24 hours. People are going to like not sleep it, but we'll know pretty quick what the fastest way is, but I just will be curious what it lands on. Yeah. Changes to Bright Dust. Bright Dust is now earned by completing Crucible, Gambit, and Vanguard weekly and repeatable bounties. So we choose to grant all of Bright Dust from ritual weekly bounties rather than spreading it across weekly and daily bounties, so players could more easily earn Bright Dust without having to make sure they complete every single daily every day. That's what they're kind of getting at there. It'd be like, just do your weeklies, you'll get them eventually. Yeah. Don't worry about like logging in every day. Just play some.
Yeah, that was annoying.
Players were able to do the repeatable bounties as many times as they like. I don't think they've ever had repeatable bounties. Are they? I don't know. Are weeklies going to be repeatable? Like, is that? I guess I don't know what that implies to, because I don't remember. If I pick up a daily, it's done until the next day. If I pick up a weekly and I turn it in, I got to wait till reset. So I don't know what a repeatable bounty is going to be. Yeah. Unless it's just like the dailies that pass through, but maybe that's a new type of bounty. I don't know. Possible. Players will be able to do any gambit. This is one thing that made the entire world yesterday cheer. I saw people like, I mean, the Chevys, the Glads, the gigs, like all the people who were like, dude, let's just like not have this insanity. Oh man, all I do is say I will kind of feel sorry, but I didn't do the grinding, so I was like, I wasn't gonna worry about it, and now I'm very glad.
Talk to me.
Any Crucible, Gambit, or Vanguard bounties any of those bounties that are completed need to be turned in before maintenance begins, because as these changes will reset those bounties, they will not matter. So if you have like 10 of each bounty saved up on each character, they're all gone.
Question.
Yeah.
I didn't see Iron Banner bounties in there. How?
I have a couple of those, but
I haven't seen Iron Banner bounties. I'm just saying.
I've got them. I don't know. I feel like they already like nerfed Iron Banner bounties before, honestly. But honestly, I have like a couple. I was just gonna save them to see. I was like, maybe I'll get the next season's Iron Banner gear just for entertainment value. I was gonna save them just for that. If they go away, they go away. But I'm not worried. The biggest thing is like, Gunsmith bounties don't get you much. They get you cores, which is fine. Keep those. Eververse bounties get you Eververse Bright Dust. They'll talk about that a little bit lower. Those are fine. But anything to save you up experience, and people are like, hey, I want to hoard all this stuff so I have as much experience so I can just go into all three of my characters and like click, and be like, oh, I'm level 7 already. Cool. It's not there. And I am happy about that.
Real talk, it had to happen. Shout out to you. The chat is lit right now. Loco over the brain. Like, yes. Dramatic sense. Listen, it had to happen. This was the hustle that everybody was doing. You know what I'm saying? All the top tier guys holding on to thousands upon thousands of bounties And then come new expansion, bloom, and they try to power their way up past everybody. It had to happen. It had to happen. But you know damn well I'm going to try them Iron Banner bounties because it's not on the list. We're going to see if you know that is in effect with that.
I was like, I played a little Iron. Yeah, I played a little Iron Banner. I had a couple saved, and those are all I will save. So obviously Crucible won't matter.
Oh, I feel bad for you, Bender. He said he was saving his bounty for Redrix. That sucks because Redrix wants you to put in like 20.
20's not. I mean, 20 takes a little while, but if that's the step that you're on, like
it's annoying though.
It is, but like
play every day, get grab 5. It's a time drag, you know. Brenda, just blaze out. What you call it?
Well, I mean, you have 5 resets in a season though. So if you were trying to save the bounties for that, the resets are in there too. So are your resets done already?
Yeah,
so
maybe his resets are not done. I don't know.
I was like, so one way that like the 20 bounties won't be too bad. It sucks if you're saving them for that, but yeah, sorry. Embrace Gaming, welcome to the show. You were saying so we don't need to do all the grinding. Nope. Save your time. You can go work on Pinnacle activities. You can go work on or Pinnacle weapons. You can go work on random little stuff. You can clear out your vault, which I've actually got. You would be proud, man. I have 150 slots in my vault right now, open.
You deleted gear?
I deleted a lot of gear. I have like 10 helmets in my vault, and that's it for all my characters.
You're not going to hold on to all this year armor 1.0 stuff?
Oh, I've got rid of most of it. It was so freeing. I was just like, just start going. I have a pair of gauntlets that has like enhanced rocket launcher loader and rocket launcher scavenger. I was like, all right, I'll hold on to that for like a few days.
No, you hold on to that. You hold on to that.
But then I was like, I've got like, because I mean, okay, for anybody who hasn't seen my vault before, fair confession here, absolute hoarder. So, but the thing is, I would have like a helmet that had like machine gun. What is the helm perks? Because you got reserves and.
You got reserves. The helm. Well, you mean as far as
targeting? Is it targeting? It's targeting.
Or bonus energy.
Unflinching is chill. Yeah, it's like bonus targeting. So it'd be like machine gun targeting, machine gun reserves. Okay.
Yeah, I like those.
Sniper rifle targeting, sniper rifle reserves. Fusion rifle targeting, fusion rifle reserves. Or whatever the super one for fusion energy and fusion reserves. I had every combination. If I ever got like a helmet that was like synergistic, I kept it. Because if there was ever a point in the meta shifted to be like, hey, fusion rifles are god right now, I'm going to be like, I'm going to my vault. I got it.
I respect the move.
I was like, I got everything. So now I'm getting rid of it because really the way Armor 2.0 is.
Your vault and it needed it.
Oh, yeah. No, he looked at me and he was like, oh, my God, dude. And I was like, I know.
Hold on. Logo. Shout out Logo. That's a LogNet's finest, man. LordsOfGaming.net finest. Wait a minute. He said, wait a minute. Did the Redrix bounty disappear? I gotta switch up my grind today. I got 2 steps left. You better get that. You better get them bounties done.
Yeah.
Because that part right there is long, man. That part where he tells you you got to do 20
bounties takes like. I mean, if you do 5 a day, it's 4 days, but depends. Some of the bounties are easier than others. Last one's the resets.
It's the resets. Yeah, 5 resets.
So, big thing on So I mean, the big thing about Armor 2.0, you're gonna have a max need like. A minimum, you would need 3 of each, 3 helms. An arc helm, a solar helm, and a void helm. Now, you may have an arc helm that is like, this one's heavily weighted to int discipline. Like, all the other stats suck, those 2 are awesome. And then, maybe I'm going to go in PvP, and I need one that's resilience and mobility, and I have a helm for that. But at max, you probably need, like, 2 builds for playstyles. So, like, in theory, once you start unlocking most of these mods for armor, you really shouldn't have almost any armor in your vault except maybe exotics you just don't need at the moment. That's literally about it. Like, I don't need 20 different helms because I can interchange everything at will once I unlock the mods. And I honestly cannot wait for that.
Yeah, it's going to cut down on vault space tremendously. Just like you said, having that flexibility, and then we'll get into perks a little later, but Armor 2.0 is going to save a lot of vaults. A shout out for you for being responsible and cleaning your attic and stop being an old cat woman holding up.
Wow, man, I went downhill fast. Crap.
Yeah, you were ridiculous. I was like, all right, I get it, rainy day kind of situation, but bro, it was a little too much. So thank you. We had our intervention. I'm glad it happened.
It had to be done. Had to be done. But yeah, so I'm going through. Yeah, my Titan's running like I got space on my character. My character's not running as like space right now. I got room to pick stuff up. It is glorious right now. I'm running how I should have been for forever. But
my man, seen the light.
They finally gave me a reason to get rid of all this stuff. And honestly, for anybody who is listening to this, hasn't played Destiny 2 in a while, may not have picked it up, maybe new to Destiny 2, that is why this is literally the best time to play this game.
Yeah.
Because every single person does not have Armor 2.0, doesn't have the Armor 2.0 mods. Now, they may have an advantage on you on weapon mods. That's a thing.
Yeah.
But in Armor and most of your drops, like, we're all starting half of our characters mostly from scratch.
Yeah. And it's just cool. Just cool. One last thing. It's just cool so that New Light, all my new Destiny guys, the most intimidating thing as a new player is to be like, yo, Destiny new expansion, it looks cool, man. I want to play with you, Cognito. Yeah. And then they get it and I'm like, all right, you're only 500 lights. So you go do the whole campaign. We're going to play the new stuff. And then you get back to us. Yeah. Like that, you've already disconnected the base. The new player is like, come on, I want to play with you. So you mean to say I can't do the new content with you? Now with New Light, boom, 750. Boom, they're experiencing Armor 2.0 just like we experienced Armor 2.0.
Yeah, I could make a speculation video on Armor 2.0, but I'm really going to have to wait until I get my hands on it because we're all going to get to see it new. I mean, I've got an idea for most of it for what they experienced if it holds true, but generally, like, yeah, we're all seeing Armor new. Yeah, we're probably going to have some weapons ahead of you, but we're going to be picking up the new Astro Shaman weapons that glow for certain reasons. We've got new exotics to earn. So, I mean, there's like more. You have 3 weapons. You have an artifact, and you have 5 pieces of armor. 6 of your 9 slots on your character. Everybody's starting over. Today's Zer's finally going to give me Lunafaction boots, and then they're going to go to hell. Yep.
Yeah, he probably. Bungie's known for that too. They probably will give you.
I mean, he's gonna say she's gonna Lunafaction boots, Orpheus rig boots, and what would be a good thing for Titans? Anything related to?
You guys got that barricade, so you're good. I mean,
yeah, barricade's going. That's just class, so.
That's just class. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So, but yeah, I think this is probably the best time, and they couldn't have picked a better time to launch New Light for anybody to come in because there is so much that we're all gonna do together. Yeah, the raid race may not happen for a blueberry, but they're not going to know what to happen anyway. So I wouldn't imagine they're going to be trying getting in there. But I think that's really, really cool.
Yeah, yeah. I think, but again, and I have to too. I think there will be the cool thing about us being around with hoarding those synergistic 1.0 is there going to be some builds that can kind of power us through harder content because we have that older stuff. Right. That again, it just has a little better synergy until we unlock 2.0. So we might be able to get through harder content a little faster than they might be because of those builds. So
yeah, little stuff like that. But I mean, generally, it's at some point and that's kind of the thing I wonder is the weight of is your enhanced, like my gloves, for example, is my enhanced rocket launcher loader and scavenger worth not being able to use an artifact mod?
Right.
Because the new mods from the artifact only are going to work in 2.0.
Right.
The new mods, and the old mods you've got are going away. So
yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep. So no, I honestly can't wait for all this stuff.
Hype, brother, hype.
But yeah, cleaning the slate on the bounties, I saw that come up and people were just like tweeting like crazy. The big raiders and stuff were like, hell yeah. Because even it was like Grenadier Jake, I remember he got his boost because I think he maxed out for one expansion in Destiny 1 by getting like turning in 100 exotic engrams or whatever insanity it was so he could max out his character.
Wow.
So that was like, he did that, and I think Infusion or something, and he maxes out his character in like 4 hours. I think I remember he was on like Fire Team chat. They're like, what did you do? And like, I remember that being kind of a boost, and he was even like, can we really stop this? And they did. So like, there's not a person out there who's like, use the system for what it is. That's not like, yeah, this is how it should be. So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was like a fair is fair. That's just what it is.
So we've got Eververse items no longer dismantle into Bright Dust. Instead, grant legendary shards and Glimmer. New Eververse items for Season of the Undying will become available for Bright Dust 2 weeks into the season. So they're going to kind of hold off a little bit on some of the Eververse new stuff. Eververse items no longer require Bright Dust to acquire them. from collections, which is actually really nice. Instead, they cost the same materials that reward items of the same type and rarity used. So shards, glimmer, basic stuff like everything else. Fire team medallions. I don't ever use these things. These are going away. The boons are going to be cheaper. Just normal stuff for the Eververse that makes sense, and you won't be buying all the new stuff at Eververse for a couple weeks. That's basically it.
I hope they make the Gleam of the, what is it? The boom or the gleaming crucible thing. The one that you got to wait until you actually get in the
Gleaming boon of the crucible. Yeah, that's cheaper.
Yeah, they need to do something with that. But anyway,
they're weird. I have like 5,000 crucible tokens anyway. It's ridiculous. I don't have much of a purpose for them, but yeah. Eververse. The Season 7 Best of Year 1 Engram has been retired. It's kind of what we've been getting this season. And in its place, players can now obtain the new Season 8 Nostalgic Engram. The seasonal milestone will no longer grant a bounty. Seasonal milestone will no longer grant a bounty.
Instead, it directly grants a bright Engram.
I don't quite know what that's all about.
No milestone was. Don't remember what that was. But
yep. The Season 8 Nostalgic Engram is no longer earned at level up. Now, this will be kind of different. As you level up, you used to get that. Instead, the Bright Engram is now included in the free rewards of the Season Pass that are visible before level 100. It's also awarded every 5 levels after 100. So do you think it's actually going to feel like we get less from Eververse now?
This is all Battle Pass stuff again. Every 5 levels after 100, it does seem like it's spread out. It definitely does feel like it's spread out in the beginning. So yeah, I would agree. It does feel a little less. I'm getting a lesser feeling.
Yeah, I have to see it in action, but yeah, I'm thinking it's just going to be a little slower. I mean, I guess like I got a lot of stuff from the Eververse previously, so I mean it was kind of generous, and I guess their storefront as it's going to the director is meant to be maybe a little more of a storefront as opposed to here. They're going to give you some, but yeah, it's definitely probably going to be a little less. People are going to be like, oh no, people will freak out. I'm sure. People do math somewhere, figure out, well, we used to get this much from playing this much this hours this time, and I'm getting only these, and it's like, oh my god, why am I only getting so many few?
Video's coming.
The Eververse storefront is on the director though. That's actually pretty cool. Just easier to get to. I don't even have to go to the tower. I don't know if like Ava's just like cleared out of the tower. There's just an open space down there. She's gonna have a sign be like, I'm in orbit. I don't know. I went to lunch.
I know, space storefront.
I went to lunch in Spaceballs. You can catch me at the diner. Eververse bounties have been deprecated as well. Any remaining bounty notes can be broken down into bright dust. They break down into 5 each one. I have about 300 of those to break down, so I'll be breaking them down for a minute. You can still do Eververse bounties for the last couple days, so if you got anything to work on, you can.
Knock them out.
But yeah, Eververse and bright dust is getting some changes, but mostly good. Glimmer. Players can now store up to 250k. I don't know if you're doing the like ship farm thing where people have like 100 ships in their vault. Did you get the
Platinum Starling owner, baby?
Blacksmith ship.
Did it, man. I'm so proud of that ship.
If you got all that space in your vault, go stick like 100 of those things in your vault.
Right.
And then just like break them all down and cap that Glimmer on day one.
Glimmer on day one. Facts. Yeah, I got to get in there. Right, let's start.
It'd be really funny. They changed that thing up to give you guys like 1 legendary shard.
See, why you gotta put the energy out?
They'd pull some stuff, be like, hold on, they've been putting this one ship. There's like 100 of these ships, and everybody's like, what the hell is this? Oh, hold on, let's just make this ship worth like 1 legendary shard.
Listen, they ain't say that.
That'd be brutal, but yeah.
Thank you, Bender. Yes, man, I'm proud of my little evil ship. I love that ship, man.
Glimmer rewards from the majority of sources in the game have been rebalanced. Most open world sources, public events, lost sectors, chests have been significantly increased, which is nice actually. Glimmer being a little more valuable, using it for infusion. If you run by a chest, I actually might go open the damn thing now because usually I never did.
Yeah.
I was like,
that's important.
Yeah, passive Glimmer gain on. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say there were times when you are broke and it's like you kind of want a nice little source. If I farm, some public events and something, now maybe I can get some cash up, to get what I got to get. Because there are those times when you do the normal people, not Ebontis, that you go through some tough times with Glimmer. Ebontis wouldn't know; he doesn't know about that.
Oh my god!
But He's privileged.
No, I'm a hoarder. It's very different.
He's a hoarder.
It's a whole different problem.
But I like this, y'all. Hit them public events, hit them lost sectors. Glimmer games will be increased, and then you can go see the next character we'll talk about after this bullet point.
Yep. In addition to directly awarding Glimmer on kill, combatants will sometimes drop additional Glimmer chunks. So just as you're running around picking up Glimmer on the ground, that little blue stuff will actually mean something. And weekly bounties reward a large amount of Glimmer in addition to their other awards. That's nice. Weekly bounties have a little bonus on top of them. They're trying to give us more ways to earn Glimmer because we're going to be spending it more frequently, it sounds like. So all in all, just kind of a fair exchange, it seems like. Spiders exchange, loan exchange, currency exchange, loan shark down in the dumps.
That's the homie right there. That's the loan shark right there.
The spider welcomes new opportunities with 4 arms open and now deals in materials from all planets. Are you kidding me? I can get rid of my damn trees. Oh, yes. Holy hell.
I like this. Spider's the hustler. I love it. Let's go.
However, the spider has noted changes in the market value and has adjusted his exchange rates accordingly. He's looking at the stock prices. He's looking at that ticker. The Dow Jones is up right now, so he's got a change going on.
That Glimmer, boy corners the market on materials, man.
Man, his inflation is instant, by the way. You got to be careful. Instant inflation. Yeah. Like, oh, you want this? Oh, it just got more expensive. I just bought 10 of them. Well, now it's 20. Now it's 40. What the hell?
The price of the dust locks went up this week. There.
Oh man,
the dust lock shards is hot. They move out here.
Oh yeah. Hey, my farming. Oh, we'll talk about that later. That was one of the best. Oh my god, I saw that. I was like, oh, so good. Glimmer exchange now costs 10 legendary shards or 20 materials and yields 10,000 Glimmer. So it's up from 5. So I think it's pretty much the same. Tangled Shore daily bounties no longer award Glimmer, providing instead etheric spirals, keeping with his competition. Everybody basically just awards planetary materials, so he's doing the same.
Oh, right. I was wondering why they made that change. Thank you for saying that.
Now, the weekly wanted bounties no longer award gear, but now provide between 3,000 and 15,000 Glimmer in addition to enhancement cores offered.
Cool.
So I know there's wanted bounties. There's the one big wanted one at the end that was worth a piece of gear for powerful gear.
Yeah.
I wonder if that one's actually off the table too.
That's a good question.
Because they're kind of pulling back on all the powerful gear sources. I wonder if that one's just like, you're just another bounty out there. Or maybe that's the 15,000 Glimmer guy. He's just the big one.
Could be. Yeah.
Traumatic has over 25,000 Dustlight shards from farming.
Jesus, boy.
I stopped at like 8,000. I figured I was fine, but holy hell. I guess if you want to let it go.
We know what you was doing.
Yeah. You were sleeping on the job, literally.
Exactly. We'll get to that.
All right. So, yeah, Spiders Exchange, you'll definitely be able to. He's currency, man. Just go in there and mix stuff up. Finally, Mr. Zur, Mr. Pinnacle Face Pan. Zur's inventory pool and Faded Engram now includes world drop exotics from year 2. So any armor, world drop exotics from 2. Does that include, because if you say world drop, technically, like Jotun drops from the forges, right? Is that still a world drop because it's not from a quest?
Can't be. God, that gotta be locked.
What about Le Monarch?
They can't be giving out Le Monarchs
and Jotuns from Faded Engrams?
No. Get your behind in the forge and get it the way it's supposed to be got. Zur is giving you the common stuff.
I mean, when you get Le Monarch, it's literally just a drop from the forge. So it's a world drop. It's just a different world activity. I know. I just don't know, honestly. I'll be curious if anybody literally goes to Zur Faded Engram. Jotun, this is new.
That'd have me tight. I ain't gonna lie. I would not be a fan of that. If that happened, for the grind I had to do, get your behind in Black Armory like I did.
Hey, Forge is open to everybody. You can grind that crap like everybody else.
Exactly.
So yeah, we will see. But yes, mostly that's going to usually include the armor, like Liar's Handshake, stuff like that. Any of the new armor from the past 3 seasons will be now in there. So more armor I see actually getting in there than weapons. Patch note preview.
Yeah.
And there's some things that even the Bungie devs are proud to actually be putting in here. Number 1, rally banners to Leviathan, Eater of Worlds, and Spire of Stars.
Woo! Where's my Spire of Stars crew at, man? We got Ray banners. I need the Sleeper Catalyst. Come on. You got incentive now. Let's go.
I love how funny like some of the veterans are in here. Be like, no, that's the forge. No, Jotun took me forever. You forged for it,
That's
baby.
right.
Come on. You put that work in.
Shout out to my Jotun people up in Par 5. That's right. I had to tell y'all know. Tell them to get Zura not giving out freebies, man. You gotta get familiar with Ada. Don't you try to get that stuff from Zura.
Hey, Lord of Wolves came from Zura at one point. I'm just saying.
That is true. That is true.
So it's possible. Just won't know.
We'll see. Mm-hmm.
The Shattered Throne dungeon is now available at all times instead of on a 3-week cycle, and it can be launched and reset from the director.
Woo! Big.
Somebody out here is like, are you running this on the weekly now? Are you just doing like Shattered Throne carries constant? That's just my job now. It's like Shattered Throne. All right, next backpack spots. Jump in. Let's go. All right, we're done. Again, let's reset. All right, let's go.
Yeah, you get bad.
You just get in Twitch chat queue.
People are looking for you. I got people on my friends. Why they still run that? Because I need it. Because like, look, man, you
guys. I have content to make. Excuse me.
I ain't his agent, man. You gotta speak to the man directly.
No, but like Shattered Throne is seriously amazing. So now it does take the Forsaken license. You have to own Forsaken to be able to play Shattered Throne. That is why I'm very curious what the Shattered Throne package will cost, because they just ripped the annual pass stuff out of it.
Yeah.
So now what was it? Forsaken and the annual pass was $25.
Right.
Annual pass is now going to be with new light and free. I'm wondering what the Forsaken license is going to hold, because really all that's left in Forsaken is basically the exotics we had through the year that were specific. So you had like Last Word. I think Lumina might have been in there. And then you have Shattered Throne, Last Wish, Scourge of the Past. So literally you're just buying raids. I wonder what, like, you're buying raids in a dungeon. So I'm really curious, like, how much do you think that should cost come Shadowkeep? Because the annual pass is currently in the $25 item, and now that $25 item is going to basically have less that it requires.
Yeah, I don't know how they leverage $10.
Vagabondo, a quarter.
It's your man trying to hustle. Yeah.
I mean, I would say like $19.99, $15, 10. Like it, I don't think it should be much. Like
can't be much.
It can't be much.
Enough content to guarantee to generate to warrant that.
The subclasses are locked behind it too. That is true.
Wait, the subclasses are
the Forsaken subclasses are all in there. So you got 9 subclasses.
Ooh.
No, yeah, you're right. Subclasses are
him paying for subclasses. That's true. That's gonna get people to buy. Because you're going to want that in those new that's actually smart marketing.
So, but I mean, what do you think is a fair price? If subclasses and basically like raids, Shattered Throne, couple quests, like you're getting some content, but you've seen every year. It's not like I'm not buying an expansion now. I can go to the Dreaming City. It's just like there's not a wall that says bump bump. Excuse me, bump bump. You don't have this yet.
Right. They can't go no more than $10. Otherwise, it's going to be a problem because it's still older content. Yeah. So it's like. It's got like I agree between that $5 to $10 range. I say 10 because again a raid is in there.
Yeah, I could see 10.
Yeah,
it should not be more than 15. That is the highest.
Even 15 is kind of pushing.
15 feels steep, but that is the highest I would say. Like you could go, you should go. Like because you take the annual pass out of there, that's a good chunk of the year. I mean, annual pass is you're going to be getting basically. Because you have Gambit and Reckoning, that's a whole piece of the annual pass. You have Menagerie already in there. You have the Forges in there. So literally you're going to get Crown of Sorrow, an exotic quest, Scourge of the Past, and an exotic quest, and then Last Wish and Shattered Throne.
Yeah.
It's like 6 things. That's not that much. It should not be that expensive.
And it's older. So
I'd pay $10 for Shattered Throne alone. That's true. I would pay $20 for Shattered Throne alone.
I would pay $10 for Last Wish alone. That's my favorite. So
yeah. So I mean, I will be very curious how that adjusts come October. And if they give it a little bit, then people get into it and be like, $12.99. I see. We got the marketing man, and he's like, all right, we're going to work with that psychology. We got to keep it under 15, but that 99 cents gets us a little bit more. $12. That's that middle range. $12.99.
Yeah, I had to tell you, so don't worry, they'll make it free in a year. At this rate, yeah.
They probably will. Yeah. And even like, I think Tassie was like, why is everything in Forsaken just not in there? I don't know, but I mean... I know there are certain things, and they're just trying to find some ways to help with some income. But, I just don't think it should be that much if they want it fair.
I agree.
Black Armory Forges are now accessible through a director-launched playlist on the European Dead Zone.
Finally.
Thank you.
I don't have to fly in and go to the stupid cave and go through
for Berguzia? Yeah.
Oh, and then I got to crouch, do this other one to go. Isn't that like...
Are there rally banners in the forges, please?
No.
Can I have like rally banner in the Shattered Throne in the forges? Come on. It'd be nice. Weapon mods are now treated as reusable unlocks instead of consumables. Any mods you have in your inventory will be converted to unlocks. If the only copy mod you have is in a gun, you will have to reacquire it. That's fair. Some of the stuff we knew: discarding an enhancement core no longer deletes the entire stack. I would have just that? I don't know why you would delete any of them.
Who out here deleting cores like that?
I think it's probably an accident. People probably deleting something moved maybe. I don't know, but I've heard people have deleted a stack of cores, and I would probably just cry.
Yeah.
Now this is weird.
Yes.
Borealis and Hardlight now match the Prism modifier when changing elements on reload, rotating through Void, Arc, and Solar.
Nice.
So it's like, if it's like, oh, we're in Void, reload, and it just goes to it?
Yeah, absolutely. It works with the synergy of the weapon. Makes it
a little more viable, too. So you're not like, reload, wrong one, reload again. Crap, I missed it. I've missed it, too, and I'm like 6 reloads later. I'm like, I'm useless right now.
Yep, you got to wait until that giant. Absolutely.
Fixing the issue where the Hunter's Tempest Strike melee ability could not be performed if the sprint button was set to hold. Weird little stuff you never know about. This is what I want to ask you about. Take it. Yes, what do you got?
Yeah, Phoenix Protocol Hearth perk no longer.
I think that's health perk, by the way. Their typo.
Oh, okay, whatever. Will no longer bonus super energy on kills and assists to warlocks inside of a Well of Radiance if they do not also have the Well of Radiance attunement of Grace subclass equipped. This is interesting because that exotic, when you put on you throw out your well, you get kills, while the well is there. It builds up your super energy based on.
Oh, but you could run Nova Bomb with Phoenix Protocol and stand in somebody else's well. Yeah, that's cheating the system. So yeah, that's
what I was just about to say. This is to stop an exploit. Yep. Is what this is.
That's fair. I'll give them that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fixed an issue where allied golden gun projectiles weren't going through banner shields. Sure. Okay. Oh no, yeah. Just like holding up your shield, golden gun not going through it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
yeah, that wouldn't be good.
Yeah.
Fixed an issue where the Queen's Wrath perk for the exotic Wish Interbow wasn't correctly highlighting players if their shield was depleted. That's interesting. Players who have obtained the Salute emote in the past can now correctly select it in their collection and assign it to their emote wheel. Multiplayer emotes will have a visible indication of where to stand. That's actually nice because most people can't seem to figure that out.
Yeah.
And the final one, the biggest look from Bungie the community has had in a little while. Take this one, just because I want to hear you say this with all the sass you can.
It's over, boys. We had a good run, y'all. Salute my man Pyro, but they got us, man. We going to jail now. Yep. We get locked up, brother. Failing the first encounter for any Black Armory Forge will no longer award planetary destination materials. The icons after it are hilarious. Yo, shout out to all my guys who had their PTs on for nights on edge in the Forge. Salute to all my console guys who had their consoles on
just running,
for nights on end. Just running. Shout out to all the Dust Like Shards and the data license out there. Just filling up everybody's voice. It was a good run, man. We ate well. Come on, y'all. We ate well. We got a little fat now. It was time, I mean, it was. Listen, I have to admit, this was probably, again, shout out to Pyro. This was probably one of the greatest, easiest farms ever. The fact that you could just go in there and walk away, greatest thing ever, man. That was one of the funner hustles, especially during Season of Opulence when Callus was out here wilding with those materials. Remember?
Oh yeah,
Tribute Hall. He was acting up, so that was necessary. You had to get in there.
I had the title. There's still a few days, 72 hours left to farm.
Yo,
farm away.
Leave them systems on. If it don't affect your electricity bill, do what you got to do because you only got a couple more days. Y'all get in there. I want to see my whole friends list in the ignition. It'd be funny when you see your friend on. You should see his. You
see his power level at 457. You're like,
you know what he did.
That's what you're doing.
So funny about this. When everybody found out, it was the funniest thing. But yeah, man, it was a good run. And then also it's definitely a wrap because everything's going up to 750 anyway. So those that we were snatching from Hawthorne, those got to go up.
Oh yeah,
Remember?
Everything's up. So there's no low level stuff in there anymore. Or you're gonna have to five a fire team of 3 who's willing to sit there.
Listen, this is your last weekend at the buffet table.
Yep.
Get in there, fellas. Enjoy it. This is it. The party's over.
All right, so that's a lot.
Let's get to the big one, baby.
Yeah,
Here we go.
A lot of changes coming. This one's all you, man. I'm gonna let you start this one because you got opinions.
Right. Yeah, I got opinions, man.
Get at them.
Ritual weapons and perk changes. In Season of the Undying, Pinnacle weapons will become ritual weapons. They will no longer have special perks and will instead be curated roles. A previous article incorrectly showed 2 new Pinnacle weapons. The good news is you'll be getting 3 ritual weapons for each of the ritual activities: Crucible, Vanguard, and Gambit. Here's the Destiny dev team on why we made this difficult decision and some information on upcoming perk changes. Destiny dev team. The decision to stop creating extremely powerful Pinnacle weapons was made for a variety of reasons. The first was that the band in which Pinnacle perk can exist is actually quite small, and most of them far exceed the efficacy they should have been at. Another issue is that they cause problems in the player ecosystem, particularly in the case of the Crucible Pinnacle weapons. Due to the nature of PvP and PvE, anything that works well in PvP is likely going to be extremely effective in PvE as well. Who would have thought? Yeah. This forces players into the Crucible, key sentence, y'all, if they want the best loadouts. Even the title of Pinnacle set a variety of unrealistic expectations. Boy, rather than being the absolute height of legendary power, they were supposed to be interesting novelties to chase. These problems became more pronounced the more of them we produced. In the end, we decided to move away from Pinnacle weapons. If you manage to collect them all, we hope you enjoy them. While we're on the subject weapons, and then they're going to get into some more changes, but let's stop here because this is the hot one. Shout out to Tassie. Shout out to my boy Josh Redding. We had a great article up on whatsgaming.net about this. Yeah, man, this is a hot one. So you want me to set it over? You want to set it up?
You go, man. You read it.
Okay.
You start. Yeah, this is one of your big babies. Right, so
here we go. Let me get my drink. Here's the thing. Protein shake time.
I can see that coming.
Throw the crying emoji on.
I can see it coming already.
All right, here's the deal, y'all. This is tough. I am torn. I'm very torn here. Here's the deal. I understand their logic, right? They're saying it got a little broke. People running around here, mountaintops, finishing bosses, doing stuff in PvE because its effectiveness in Crucible translated. Here's what I struggle with. I get it. I'm not saying they're wrong. The balancing was getting a little out of control with certain ones. I guess for me, it's like when they introduced Glory and Validity, right? When I heard about Glory and those Pinnacle, it made me want to go into that activity.
Yeah.
I wasn't playing comp like that. Let's be honest, especially when Trials was removed.
Yeah.
Right? That gave me even less incentive. So then I'm like, okay, Pinnacle weapons. This is a cool thing. And let's be real, E. You was in there hardcore. I seen you getting that mountaintop. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
I seen people hardcore getting those registers, those lunas. And regardless to if they broke the game or not, but I just like the fact that it really created engagement in an activity that for the most part, most people wasn't really messing around with. So again, I worry now with these things. Again, I haven't seen, we're going to get into the guns, later, we're going to get into what the ritual ones are.
Yep.
But it's just, when you say curated role, it don't sound sexy right now.
No.
Again, we haven't seen it, but it don't sound sexy. It don't sound, these curated roles better be like amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, again, I understand it. Were they getting out of control? Absolutely. Were people having loadouts of recluse, mountaintop. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You know, they are very strong weapons. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sad to see it go. I understand why it went.
Yeah.
I was just hoping that they would go along the route of maybe just nerfing the effectiveness of Pinnacle weapons a little bit. But my thing is this. Are we legitly going to grind comp Gambit for these crucible roles? These curated roles, excuse me. That's
man,
what I need to know.
They're not going to be as long of a grind. They say they cover that a little bit.
Right.
But I mean, as you're saying, it's like, what got me into comp? Literally these things did. I had no reason to go in here, and if you take them out, and if they're not that great, if I have a good roll from any other activity in the game, are they likely to be worthwhile of bashing my head against this thing? Probably not. Now, you are setting up like comp to have a solo queue, and I was like, cool, what's the new weapon? At least I can go in there, spend some time in there. But this just gets back to a bigger issue of what is the point of playing? Is PvP just an arena without rewards, and the rewards come from somewhere else? Because then that brings back like your main ask, like where's trials? Where's your main thought of what is the elite activity in PvP that's going to get me something? Because if I'm going to go bash my head against, even in other games that are like Overwatch, I mean, if you get into diamond rank, you still get to see or whatever these things are. You have something for it.
Preach it,
like your legend rank is just literally a number basically only you can see unless you're wearing an emblem. There's no ornaments. There's nothing else that comes from these places. So that's one of the things. I mean, shout out to Lono, say no to rage. I mean, one of his big things is like incentivizing your activities in some way or another. If a Nightfall is going to be brutally hard, I need a reason to run it. Same thing you've been saying. Why haven't you been in Nightfalls? I got no reason to go.
I got you something even better. Why not keep the pinnacle weapons? If you're so concerned that they break the game, make them exotic. They did that with Hammer. Make Recluse an exotic. Because my thing is this: it's like you just nailed it. And again, I gotta ride for my people. Like once again, PvP is getting the short end of the stick all the time, bro. You take activities away, then we finally get something cool. Like, dude, no. Here's the thing: the PvP community looks at the PvE guys and like, man, they get 1,000 voices. And I mean, even though it's RNG, but you know what I'm saying? Like, there are things you guys can get by grinding. And it's just like this, let's be real. This was the ultimate badge of honor. One of the proudest things I've seen was when you put up the tweet, you had all 4 joints, right? Yep. Super bread. He was bread out here. It's mad bread out here.
Super bread. I opened my own bakery.
Wonder bread. You know what I'm saying? So it was just amazing. Like the man had the Recluse, Redrix, Mountaintop. What was the 4th one? The Revoker?
Hush was the other one.
Hush.
Well, I got Revoker, yeah.
Yeah, badge of honor kind of stuff. And did we agree with how long these stuff? Yeah, it took a while, but man, it when you got it, you got it. If they're so concerned about it, make them exotic. But to throw curated feels kind of cheap. It feels cheap. Like, am I really going to grind again? In defense of them, I need to see these weapons. Yeah. If these roles are like outstanding, maybe I question. But it's just like it was so unique. It was just like they were just unique. They were very cool, and I'm sad that at least they're not getting rid of the ones we have. But it's just sad that I was looking forward to what the Pinnacles would be. And it's just sad that we're not going to get that anymore.
Hampton said it in chat. It's like comp is in a tough situation. You have like even streamers and people that do carries and help people get these things, and that's part of what they do. You take the Pinnacle grind away, it's like comp becomes next to obsolete. Like, I'm going to have a solo queue playlist in there, but I need a reason to go.
What is the reason? What is the reason to grind? Again, you do the Nightfall for a specific thing. You do the raid because you want a specific thing. Everything has a specific chase item. You're now relegating PvP into a curated role of something. And again, I'm trying to be fair here because I haven't seen what these roles are. And maybe it's amazing. Maybe it's, oh my God, like maybe it's Kindle it is in in Black Art and Forge, right? I can't wait. We're gonna talk about Kill Clip and Rampage in a minute, but it got Kill Clip and Rampage, which is one of the only hand cannons that can run both. Yep. Right? Masterwork, range, it's amazing. It better be on this kind of level. It better be like, yo, this is powerful. Because other than that, it's like, I don't know. So we're gonna see what this ritual is about. But it just don't feel good. Just tell you right now.
No, Comp had, that's literally most of what PvP had. Iron Banner's minimal. It's another shade of armor. I mean, it's another little visual thing. Iron Banner had its own weapons, which weren't ever great. You had a great roll on one of them just because it was a lucky spike grenades on Swarm. But PvP really hasn't had that much. I mean, they are focused more on the seasons, the arc, the seasonal invasions, but it's like PvP is still part of the game. And they said they want to try and have more focus on it. And this just feels...
Shout out to Wally.
Feels weird.
He just nailed something else, which is, what if the curated roles have perks that can't roll together for regular roles? Right. And listen, they're probably going to do that. But then you also run a situation of, I've seen this before, where sometimes their version of a curated role ain't necessarily the god role.
No.
Yeah, so this is, again, us trusting them to say, oh, yeah, this is the best version of it. Like, sometimes I've got way better versions of a gun than what's they consider their god role, curated role. So, we'll see. I mean, it just, again, PvP community, man, I feel for you. Feel for us, man. Again, I don't know if you ever watched Spartacus. There's a character. He goes, once again. It's a character. Yeah, he always complains. That's his catchphrase. Shout out to anybody who's watched Spartacus. Y'all know Batiatis' character is hilarious. I always feel that when it comes to some decision, you know what I'm saying, trials, it's like, once again, the PvP community gods have forsaken us. they have done us dirty. And this is how it feels, man. I mean, shout out to Gambit guys. You guys are feeling it too, and the Vanguard stuff. But I just hope these roles. You know what else too? Last point before I finish my. What was cool was that like Regix had Desperado, a unique perk only that gun had.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like these what's the Recluse one? What was the name?
Man at Arms, something like that.
Man of Arms, something like that. Again, just these unique, cool perks. It just felt special, man. And I thought, we was going to continue that, man. I thought it was a really cool thing. Just again, if we were so concerned about it, make it exotic. You've done it before. You've done it with Black Hammer. You made the Spindle. Make Recluse. So then this way you force that choice, so people can't run all three at once, right? If you're so concerned, make Mountaintop that exotic. Problem solved. Make them exotic.
Could be a thing. I don't know. Yeah. I could see that doing. So they did also, following line with what these curated roles are potentially going to have, are some of the perks that we're about to talk about, and some of these are going to be changing. So then you worry, like, is the curated role even going to be as effective as they are now? Don't know. So they reduced the effectiveness of the following perks in PvE. Now, this is PvE only, by the way. PvP, these things will still work. So, like, your Recluse is still going to step on people all over the place in PvP. In general, you've got the perks. Rampage, Kill Clip, Swashbuckler, Multi-Kill Clip, Desperado, Surrounded, Master at Arms, Onslaught. That's most of our good perks.
Everything good.
Yep.
Everything good.
In general, these perks use the same damage multipliers for PvE that they did in PvP. The change to Rampage does not affect Huckleberry. Nice. Huckleberry is apparently going to be something to consider.
Huckleberry is going to be God in
Huckleberry is like just getting all the extra bonuses in here.
Yes.
Onslaught and Desperado now change bullet impact values while active in PvE. So like Desperado, see, that's one of those. It fires so slow in PvE. Desperado does, but when it kicks on, it feels really good in PvE. So you're like, have a good one, Vagabondo. Check you later, man.
All right, Vagabondo. Salute.
Surrounded no longer multiplies precision damage on top of base damage, as it was benefiting some weapon types more than others as a result. Basically, they say legendaries have become too powerful overall. In many cases, they even outclass exotic primary weapons. Yeah, because most people run exotic heavies, and that's about it. So, or energies, but primaries don't get much love. So we're walking them back a bit. All the way back to original Destiny. We had a perk named Crowd Control, which was Rampage's predecessor. Crowd Control capped out at a... Crapped. Almost what should be in there. Crowd Control crapped out at...
Tell us how you feel. Tell us how you really feel, E.
Crowd Control crapped out at a bonus of 15% extra damage. At this point in Destiny 2, Rampage caps out at about 67%. That's a 447% increase from the original iteration. It's like, yeah, that's a little broken. Legendary damage perks have become so powerful they simply invalidate non-damage related perks. And I mean, this is something anybody out there who's made a video about the state of Destiny has stated this. Like, if you don't run Rampage, Kill Clip, and anything that boosts damage, damage is the winner. Damage is key. So they're going to be bringing some things back. And that's really all they say. They don't go into full detail. So some scientists are going to have to go out there and shoot stuff and figure out what the perks are going to do now. So now is your Rampage stack of 3 going to be worth it versus other things?
Right.
I don't know.
That is the question. That is the question.
Is damage is still going to weigh typically more than most things, though. Like stability. I mean, you go through a list of perks and you're like, what else am I going to use instead of, like, I mean, damage is still
more damage. Yeah.
I mean, the same thing happened in Division. There are so many different PvP sets within Division 2. It's like the only thing that matters is what DPS build. Right. Am I really going to take like Zen Moment and what is the bottom of the mag that does extra damage? Am I really going to make those like my primary things versus anything else? I mean, like Outlaw and Field Prep, it's like, ooh, I could reload and I have more bullets. Or each bullet does more damage. Like, then you start talking about, like, what is your DPS looking like? How much does reload matter on these weapons? They're taking away reload speed. So you're still messing with people's damage, and that's usually what's going to win. So, honestly, my hunch from the difficulties coming, just the game is not going to be easy.
Yeah.
That things are going to...
we got those buffs to miners last week.
Yep, miners are going to be more of a threat. Headshots are going to do less damage to them.
And we got the nameplate enemies and these guys going up.
Do what?
Remember that? The nameplate dudes, the high level enemies today.
Bosses?
Yeah. Remember with the whole level thing?
Oh.
We just read earlier.
Oh, that's just if you fight something over your level, but yeah.
Yeah, over your level.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, everybody's going to need every bit of damage they can, and it sounds like it's just going to be harder to come by. So this will be very, very interesting. They are making this game one that will be a challenge in many, many ways. And I don't know what the current player base is going to think about the feel of year 3 versus year 2. You can go into patrols and never feel threatened. You could run through places. People are probably going to be dying a lot more, I have a feeling. And that contest modifier may not quite be worth the head bashing for that 24 hours. That I may let some of the crazy ones figure that out before I even try and step in. I'll just be like, I'll level. We'll try it on Sunday, see how it feels. Take it light. I don't know. What do you think about all this stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, let me jump in. Here's the deal. Like, again, are they correct that legendaries have gotten a bit much? Yes. If we're being honest as Destiny players, absolutely. It's gotten to the point, that legendaries have gotten a bit crazy. I guess this is where I'm torn. On one hand, I do like it because it's like, okay, I'm looking at stuff and I'm like for example, the Huckleberry example, right?
Yeah.
If you have an exotic should be outperforming. In my opinion, that's the way I look at it. It should outperform a legendary. It should be a decision process, right? So I'm all for them going back to that aspect.
Yep.
I guess, where I struggle is if you're going to nerf all of these damage perks, right? Where is the balance on other perks that don't get any attention, that are in dire need of a buff? Like, I don't see, what is it? Head Seeker. There's other stuff that, like, literally it's like it's ineffective. It really doesn't provide any choice. It's always going to be Kill Clip, Swashbuckler, Rampage over these things. So again, my only issue is make the other things also better. So now we have incentive. Or if they're ineffective, like you say, like, who's running Zen Moment in the whatever, change the nature of the person.
Yeah.
Change it. You know what I'm saying? So it actually does something that we want to do. And that's always been this love-hate relationship I have with Destiny sometimes, because, again, I understand the logic behind why they do things. But at the same time, it's like, yo, you've got all these other very average, mediocre perks that just need attention the same way armor used to need attention. It's like they're not. It's like they're so concerned. Oh my God, they're breaking the game. There's too much kill clip rampage. It's too okay, cool, get it. But at the same time, you can also say, you know what? Ain't nobody really using, whatever the whack perk of the week is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's do that, man. And that's all I'm saying. I do like the overall. I think the overall process will help the game. Exotics will feel strong again. There's no doubt. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they are definitely going in that direction. I just wish they could do two things at the same time. What do you think, man?
No, I mean, I'm with you on that one. I wish there's a lot of perks on weapons that still don't feel great. And it's not like they're buffing up a lot of those. They're taking stuff down. And they have been doing that stuff. They've kind of been alluding to it, and some of the stuff has been seen. But also, even if it's kind of what they said when it comes to Mask of Dire Ahamkara.
Okay.
You throw a Nova Bomb. You get some energy back, but now you get less than you used to. But you're still dealing with super energy, which is ultra valuable, which gets out your super.
I gotta stop you right there.
Is it really terrible?
It is pathetic.
Okay.
Like it is. Like I tested it just to see. I'm like, out of feeling, it's not even worth running. It is.
So what do you run instead?
Right now, pointy ears. Batman ears. What's the one? Batman ears. Come on, y'all. Y'all know it. One that when you wear all void stuff, it gives you void. Nazareth Sin.
Okay.
Nazareth's more effective because again, if I run pretty much all void stuff, I'm getting super energy fast and I'm getting ability recharge rates faster. So that's my supplement. But again, they've just nerfed. They've made that exotic almost useless. Again, almost it was like they went with the extreme hand, almost like they did with Nova War. Remember when Nova War was running crazy?
Yep.
And then they just went so far to the left. It's like, I want to go to the middle. Come on. You ain't got to go so crazy. I get it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, that's the thing is I don't know how they win this battle because they don't want things to be overpowered. They always try and keep things in balance. Some people are going to get done playing Borderlands and come back and be like, hey, this thing's hard as hell. And guns have been like playing and there's all this craziness out there. And it's like, they're afraid for things to break it, and I understand when things do, but then when they smash all the good stuff down and don't bring some of the other stuff up, I know there's a point of power creep, but somewhere there's got to be a balance to walk. And I just don't know it. There's not an easy way to answer this question. I understand what they're trying to do. When you have Recluse and Mountaintop running every raid just easily, there is a problem there. But in turn, do you never bring a Pinnacle weapon back in, or do you just make different perks? I mean, the Vanguard Pinnacle weapons never got much love because they all kind of sucked. You can make those all day.
Exactly. Make that. Exactly.
You can make Pinnacle Vanguard weapons, and none of those get used.
Do you hear my point about these other perks, though?
Oh, yeah. I just can't. I don't want to go through, think of all the list of stuff, but let me click on a random gun, and you're like,
click on a gun.
Grave Robber. Melee kills, reload a portion of this magazine.
I mean, maybe for SMGs, yeah, it's SMG that, but there's just some things that are just so. Think about it's almost like the same thing with rocket launchers and the cluster bomb. Like you're not taking any other rocket launcher perk. If the rocket launcher don't got tracking and it don't got cluster bombs or whatever, you ain't taking it. So make them other things more effective. They gotta do that, man.
Like, if cluster bombs is on there, it fires slower, and then other ones can get out the rounds quicker. Like, there's, reload speed is slower, and velocity is slower on cluster bombs. They take longer to get there, but the quick ones, you can shoot out, 3 rockets and, quick, just certain things. So.
Shut up, I'd be sneaky.
The loading holster was Cocoon in D1. That was serious stuff. Yeah, Cocoon was cool. Now I don't even care, so... Yeah. They said, here's a quick preview of the 3 ritual weapons you can earn in Season of the Undying. Because these weapons are no longer Pinnacle, the quest required to get them is not as in-depth as previous stuff. We've got Vanguard, which is edgewise. That's the machine gun. So that's actually good because another machine gun source is not bad. Probably almost going to be a replacement for Avalanche, but we'll have to see. You got Crucible, Randy's throwing knife, which is the weirdest name ever. I don't understand. It looks cool. I actually like the almost like ivory barrel and the 2 colors on it. But yeah, it's definitely scout rifle.
Edgewise looks sexy to me.
Oh, that just looks exactly like Avalanche to me.
Yeah, but just like I guess on the blue, we got a gambit exit strategy.
Camp. Do I have an exit strategy? Don't join the match? No. But Randy's throwing knife is the scout, and then exit strategy that looks like submachine gun. You think?
Yeah, definitely something. That's a sub.
Now
That's a,
submachine gun's getting a boost. Getting a boost. Like this one, you may be playing gambit just to get a nice submachine gun because submachine guns are actually worth a while.
Yeah, submachine gun's gonna be really good in this meta.
Par 5 in there. Everything we've been doing lately, any grind, anything you've been doing lately, most of it feels pretty easy. Next week it's going to change. We'll just have to see how these settle into the meta, see if they're worth it. And maybe these are more things people don't know life, but it's more just as you naturally pay through, be like, oh, cool, I got it. Let's see how this goes. Maybe they're just not as excessive of a grind where you're like, I'm going to pull my hair out, work on a mountaintop. But if I do get this Crucible Scout Rifle, yeah, it feels pretty good. Fires fast, got a good combo of perks on it. I know it's there. Some people in this game, because, like, even if it's, you know, more of, and this is where you kind of wonder how much they casualize things, but a casual player who's just going to take a little less time, they may not get, like, 100 rolls on a weapon to get that god roll. They may just be like, hey, I can grind after this one that I know is good and go from there.
Yeah, I mean, again, sounds great. I don't really see the incentive for comp, you know.
Oh, no, I still don't on that. Yeah,
I just don't see it. You putting one little, you know.
Is it going to be comp or is it just going to be, if it's not comp specific, you definitely will have a quiet playlist.
Bro, it's going to be quiet. It's like they got to do something about it. They got to do something about that. That is so much fixing.
It's like 2 steps forward, half a step back into the side, kind of, sort of. It's just, they're trying. I know they're trying, but yeah, comp has got some struggles. So, all right. So now they got to set the record straight on a couple of things that have come out this week. One thing from the launch trailer, one thing from the calendar. Got a couple other things. Let's hit them. I'm going to let you take the first one. It's got your name all over it.
Yeah, man. There was a shot of...
You hold on. You muted out.
I went forever. Oh, can you hear me now?
Yep.
There was a shot of Trials of the Nine armor in the launch trailer by mistake. We wanted to clear up any confusion and let players know that the Trials of the Nine set will not be obtainable in Season of the Undying. So, yeah, Trials, man, that was a good fake out. But we figured. I mean, we figured. I kind of noticed.
They will say it's not be obtainable in Season of the Undying. Not ever. Not never. Just not right now.
Hold on. WD Press got to drop something major.
Summer's late, you were grinding. One of the things that concerns me with both Pinnacle perks and the changes that Bungie isn't planning on making many more new perks. And that's a worry, too. At least in the past, Pinnacles and Exotics were a way to test new perks. Yeah, I mean, that's
my thing. That's what I said.
They have been introducing some perks with new seasons. We've got things like Swashbuckler and Multi-Kill Clip, and they brought some stuff up. But they need to make like a bigger swath of perks that just give us more options of how to play.
Yeah, the unique perk really gave personality to the weapon. It made you want to know, what does that do? How does that affect it? And that's what I worry about, because again, curated is going to feel, let's be real, it's going to feel meat and potatoes. It's going to feel ham and cheese. It's not going to be sexy. It's just, you know, it's the same old, but yeah, it's probably in a good combination. You know what I'm saying? But we got to see. We got to see, man. Definitely doesn't feel good.
I mean, we got new mods coming. I'd like to see new perks coming too. So hopefully we get new weapon mods too.
So what's going on with this calendar?
We had to revise our calendar. Apparently, the third time now. This is the third calendar change they made. I mean, and this is one of those reasons why they're always worried about putting stuff out, because the community eats it up and saves it and makes videos about it 6 seconds later. Like, videos are up and be like, hey, here's all this stuff. And they just got to forgive them. Stuff doesn't always come out as planned. Best laid plans always change. So the big changes they had are the timing of the Nightmare hunts. So Raid still launches on the 5th with the Vex Offensive. The Hero Nightmare hunts launch on the 8th. That was both Legend and Hero previously. Now you get Hero on the 8th, Legend on the 15th, so a week later with Iron Banner. So you've got kind of both of those in there. You've got the Exotic Quest and Master Nightmare hunts on the 22nd. And then you've got the festival, the dungeon, the rest of the stuff is pretty much on pace. So they spread out the Nightmare hunts. Dungeon's the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dungeon's still 29th. It's the same day as Festival of the Lost.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, new graphic. But yeah, so they basically spaced out hero and legend nightmare hunts, I guess, as we're leveling up, which is still an odd thing because hero is 920, legend is 950.
Yeah.
Yet you got to get to 920 for the raid on the first 5 days. And they're saying...
Yeah, they ain't trying to give us that legend help. That's what that is. They ain't trying to give us that legend boost before the raid.
Nope, you're going to have to be working for it. So, little changes there. Back when we were first talking about finishers, and this one, I kind of saw this coming. I'm not surprised, because even I was like, hey, this could be a really good build. It was probably too good.
Yeah, love too good.
We talked about how one of the mods enable you to spawn heavy ammo for your fire team when you execute a finisher. One person running a build to pop heavy bricks for everybody. Yeah, that was probably, even if it was half your super, that was
good. That
sounds
a good teammate.
Really good. That sounds a great teammate to have. That was still in flux at the time, and for balance reasons, we end up making a mod that will spawn heavy ammo for yourself and a mod that will spawn special ammo for your fire team. They overshot.
Yeah, and they overshot.
I was like, and this is where they're still afraid of keeping things in balance. They want the content. They want it to have a difficulty to it, and they don't. Whether it's the guns are weaker and there's more mechanics, whether things are a little less spongy or more spongy, I don't know. But yeah, they're still at that point where if you got 1 or 2 people that can run that heavy finisher, and you're like, oh, you go pop a brick over there. They got 5 on the ground. I got bricks over there guaranteed, and you still get chances at them. People are just going to be running heavy the whole time.
Let me ask you this question. I just thought of something. Do you think with all of the nerfs, right? The nerfs people the community's upset with, especially, as far as the legendary stuff, and more so, especially like perks, the kill clips, the rampages, right? Do you think this is more so because Armor 2.0 may get you really powerful, so they want to kind of get that in line? Do you think Armor 2.0 is affecting these decisions to nerf a lot of these PvE perks, or you just feel like maybe just legendaries were just too out of hand?
I don't think Armor 2. I think Armor 2.0 gives you choice and interchangeability in mods. I don't think anything, at least the base level perks like scavengers and reserves and stuff like that.
Remember, you forgetting about the big ones like light reactor, the ones where I'm running builds right where certain helmets. Shotgun kills, boom, super energy. Fusion rifle kills, super energy. Sniper kill. I got builds for that where they're giving you super energy to get, that's a powerful. It's a powerful. It adds up, bro. Like in Crucible, especially, or just playing in gameplay. I'm running around loaded question with a light reactor, and you know how loaded question get those multi kills, and you group them, bro. And my super, you know what I'm saying? So I'm curious. If Armor 2.0, maybe I know we're all sad, we're upset. I'm just trying to be devil's advocate.
No, it's fair.
Maybe because Armor 2.0 and these builds we can create can get so powerful, they felt the need to say, we got to pull back weapons a bit. Otherwise, they just going to be beasting out here. Like, what's your mindset with that?
I could see some of that, and it's not even as much as like, hey, I have this set, I've got my super mods in it. I want to go switch over to a sniper rifle. Bam, you put the super, you put light reactor, you put the sniper one in there. You switch them out so quick. Your optimal build as your mods do unlock is going to be so easily changeable.
Right.
So you're going to be able to, you're like, hey, this is my armor set. I'm switching weapons. It's like, not everybody's a hoarder like me and always has stuff. So if you want to change stuff up, you're not running with that type of thing. So I could see you being more optimal more of the time. Especially if it'd be like, hey, I want to run a fusion rifle. Bam, bam, 2 perks done. Okay, go. Like, you could change that in orbit.
Change builds on the fly based on what you got.
Yeah, literally. So, that's why I honestly wonder, like, the value of Armor 2.0 for that raid race. Like, how many mods are people going to unlock in 4 days? How much artifact stuff is going to unlock? How much is it going to be worth? Do you have your old perfect build, or do you switch over to this new stuff? And, like, I'm kind of wondering if it's going to be better to have that interchangeability.
Bro,
could be really good.
On the
yeah. Be like, hey, we need everybody. So Whisper's not doing great. We got to switch over to linear fusion rifles. Are crushing it right now for some reason. Probably not going to be the thing. I'll be honest. I was even on stream and I was like, hey guys, I've got like a linear fusion scavenger and linear fusion loader. They're like, delete it. I was like, it's a perfect linear loader. Delete it. I was like, okay, bye. But I mean, for whatever reason, you'll be able to switch them out quick. Like raid people, especially when they're trying different loadouts, and be like, hey, this is working. Auto rifles are feeling a little better. Maybe you need this stuff. Like, I don't know. I could see that definitely being a thing, but I also do think legendaries, most of them outclass primary exotics for sure. So I think it's a combination of both. I could see definitely a little bit of Armor 2.0 making you more optimal easily for people who aren't hoarders. Be like, hey, I delete most of mine. I've got this set. Oh, the meta changed. Well, crap. Well, meta changed. Okay, cool. Done. Like, it takes 2 seconds to shift as opposed to trying to grind out a new set or something. So, no, I could see that being part of it. But I also agree where you're talking about, like, I mean, there was somebody in chat who's saying, I just run full legendaries. Like, that shouldn't be a thing. You should always want to have at least one exotic on you, no matter one slot. There should be something outweighs your legendary somewhere. So,
yeah, I feel you on that, man.
But yeah, I mean, one person popping heavy ammo for everybody. Yeah, that's kind of rough. But then that also is like, and that was going to cost like 7 energy to pop heavy ammo. Now, if it's just for you, is the cost going to be the same? Is it worth 7 now, or is that going to get adjusted? Is that going to need balanced? Right. So we'll have to see. I got a feeling that void grenade damage is still going to be a really good build. Just my opinion.
Yeah.
That void damage debuff, you buff yourself, just light it up. So yeah, take a look at the calendar. The nightmare hunts will slowly trickle out in difficulty. We'll get those as we go, which really means we'll get through 3 weeks before we get to really see the high level of nightmare hunts. It's probably not bad because masters are like 980. That's artifact alone and pinnacle grinding. I mean, that's going to be some work. So if that was going to launch that soon, I think that spaces it a little better for people. So that'll be good.
Yeah, I agree.
Wear it with pride. Shout out to Bungie. They're always awesome supporters up there. And it's really cool. Honestly, a really cool emblem. And if you ever had the pride pin before, if you haven't actually seen it on the store, it's a really cool looking pin. It looks similar to the emblem on the page. But shout out to Nigel. He's one of the developers up there. Read through this thing, guys. Check out his story that he's gone through. The comfort that he's had at Bungie, the support he's had behind the company he works at to do some of the things that he does. I don't want to read the whole thing. It's like it's his thing, and I'd rather have you guys read it as well because I'm not going to do this justice. But really, it's one of those that take a minute, read somebody's awesome story of the journey they've been through in life, not just in game development. Just read through their journey in life. Lesson. So take a minute, read this one. Send a shout out to Nigel on Twitter if you can find him too. I don't know if he's on there. I've got to look. I've followed so many Bungie people. I've got to look.
He's on Twitter.
I thought so.
I just want to comment real quick. Brave story. You know what I mean? Just for him to put himself out there, and then it just shows you the power of video games can give someone confidence in something that they may have lacked or whatever their personal issue is. We're all accepting. You know what I'm saying? I love that Bungie is, and that is really cool. And it was a cool story, and just to hear his story about Dragon's Age, very, very cool stuff, and very cool that Bungie actually put this whole piece in the TWAB, to salute that for him. So salute Nigel, great story, good people, and we support everyone in our community.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, you go to Guardian Con, it doesn't matter anything. You are a person who likes Bungie, and you're a person who enjoys Destiny, and we're just fans of this game, and I think that's. Just the resounding inclusivity of the community is amazing.
Yeah, I always tell everybody. Same thing. It's like I don't know podcast. I don't care who you are, what your background, sexuality, politics. If you're good at this, you're my friend. So he's holding a controller for the audio listeners, by the way. He's holding a controller. If you like games, we're in the right place. If you like games, I don't care what's going on, man. Just come game. We all use this thing. Games are an escape. There's fun. It's a bonding experience, so why not include? That's how I feel.
Yeah. So read that story. Shout out to Nigel. Awesome story, sir. Hats off for you for putting it out there, and hats off for Bungie for what is probably going to be one of the most read TWABs that everybody was waiting on. This is one of the bigger chunks of it. That's awesome. Always supporting amazing causes. I mean, the stuff they do for St. Jude's, the Pride Ornament up there, they're all in the parade. You see half the studios out there in the parade every year in Seattle too. It's it is so cool, everything that they do. So
absolutely.
I mean, shout out to CJ working at the Dream Company up there. So hold it down there for us, Mr. Fire Team Chat.
That's right.
Keep making those awesome videos. Moving on to the next one, we got Bungie rewards. You gonna want this thing, sir?
I want to surprise you.
No,
I'm
you
a
don't
little
care about
upset. I'm a little upset.
Why?
Look, the inside is fire. I wanted the inside to be the outside.
You can just wear the jacket inside out if you really want that thing on your back.
It's just like when it's closed up, it's so basic. Like, I'm like, damn, like I want to show off that guard of salvation. I want that Vex on.
Okay, then you have a different. I am probably the worst person to talk about fashion ever. First off,
so this is lit to you.
No, it was like for. Like, I don't know if I could wear a jacket that's that, like, if it was inside out, I don't know if I could wear a jacket that's that flashy, man.
All right, that would be extremely flashy, right? Yeah. No doubt. All I'm saying is I just wish the outside of the jacket did something. I feel like it's just lacking something. Like, it just feels so plain Jane.
Do you want, like, the Harley Davidson version of a back logo, and it's like the
yeah, give me a back logo. You know what my problem with?
I'm gonna put gemstones on the back of yours.
Yo, ice be out. We warlocks. We gotta be fly. Here's the deal. Who's gonna see this emblem? You the only person that knows about this. Like, only you go to bed at night with your jacket and look at the inside and say, hey, yeah. Fly it looks. No one in the street can see that. No one. Like that's my issue with it. It's like, give me something, man. Like, now here's the other thing. Am I bugging, or it's like all right, you see how the jacket on the sleeves, arms, on the bicep part, where it has are those really? They almost look like pasted on. Like, don't it look weird?
They just literally slapped those on the outside, but I've seen it before. They're going to be like little
patches,
like patches basically, but they're going to be patches on either side. They're just showing you what the graphic of the patch looks like because it's the way it's laying right now. You can't see it. It would fold in half, so it's the full patch is what it would look like.
Listen, this thing had the potential to be something. And again, is it the worst thing I've ever seen? No. But it's like, how do you hide the coolest part of the jacket? Like, I don't know. That's just me. Yes.
All right. So after the jacket, there could be weird editing in here. Who knows? But sorry if the sound is a little weird. Had an odd cutoff. But we've got one other award, which I'm actually really excited about this one. So what else do we have a chance to earn with regards to Bungie rewards?
Well, we have any player who beats the Guard of Salvation raid claims their clothes, or we said the jacket. But then many of you don't know who don't enjoy rushing through content. So even if you aren't ready to take on the raid on the 15th of October, any player who completes Guardian of Salvation during Season of the Undying will be eligible to purchase a special raid t-shirt through Bungie Rewards. And we've got the big question mark, E. What the hell is going on, man?
So the shirt has some spoilers on it, they say. So they'll share what the shirt looks like after the raid is completed.
Call it right now. Osiris. He's back. It's Osiris's face.
I don't think so. I'm going to go ahead and say no.
Man. He's going to save us from the Vex offensive.
He's heard it here first. No. No.
What you think, man?
For one, I like this because not everybody gets a chance to go after the jacket. If you can't go after the jacket, you still get something for the raid, and the raid is the big content. If you actually, even if you only beat the raid once, you just want to check the box. You're like, you can get something for it. And honestly, like, their design's always cool, and if it's spoiler related, I don't know if this is going to be like boss or like jumping puzzle theme or something, but I don't really care what the spoiler is. I can't wait to see what it looks like.
It's gotta listen.
I just want the emblem behind the shirt. I would take that, dude.
I want the emblem behind the shirt. I love the blue stuff. It looks cool. I think Sneaky said he'll be Osiris or the Sparrow in Mercury. Yeah. Best joke ever. Shout out to the cul-de-sac, the roundabout. Shout out to that's needed the Sparrow. But I think it almost feels like, even though I'm joking with the Osiris thing, there's clearly something or some entity that they don't want us to see. That's gonna hint big time on what's going on with this. So again, I don't know what it's gonna be, but it's funny that they doing this. But I do like raid shirts. That's cool. Like I need more of that, man. Like one of my favorite shirts, the one rock the going with the Oryx and the Crota.
Yeah,
I love raid up Pinnacle activities, man. Like they need to do that. So I'm with all that.
Yeah. So yeah, and they said that's not all. Players can also earn a free Erisborn Papercraft mask by completing the main Shadowkeep quest. Main Shadowkeep quest. Like the campaign? By the end of Season 8, if you're already receiving Bungie newsletters, you can visit the rewards and get all of that stuff. So they are full steam ahead. I'm not going to bore you guys with technical details over launch. If you are playing on PC, read the TWAB. Please read This Week at Bungie. Go to Bungie.net. Go for the one on the 27th or 26th. And make sure you read this about preloading on Steam. You can download it already, but it's also about the PC migration, how to start that process, how to kick off like the order of like link your Steam account to Bungie. If desired, make sure to enable cross save. Turn on Steam. Log on the proper account that you want to make sure is on Steam. Like there are certain orders to this. Read this in detail. They put it out big bold letters on certain parts. It's technical pieces, so if you're not on PC, I know half of you guys may not care, but if you are on PC, please make sure and go through the steps correctly. Please, 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 please.
Please, yeah. Don't get caught out there. Follow these steps. Very, very important.
They did say the delay in the Forsaking license, like just having the database run through, kicking everybody over. They said during the 24 hours they hope most of that will be done. So if the delay there, they're hoping it's pretty minimal. So you're not actually going to be locked out of Forsaken stuff for hopefully as long. And also that does mean Shattered Throne is actually now on the table come October 1st because it wasn't going to be Curse Week 3.
Yeah.
And that is going to be something to do now, but I don't know if it's going to give you powerful gear. But we'll be able to see from the director. So all good things.
Yeah. Only thing I'm worried about all this is I don't know.
I didn't hear anything you just said.
I said the only thing I'm concerned about, that's going to hurt me is I don't know if I'm going to be able to survive a 24 maintenance. My love for Destiny, it's hard.
Oh my God, yes you will. Jeez, just go look at the sunshine.
You got everything. Don't mean that other people ain't still.
How many games on Switch?
Listen, man, you got one love. When it goes away, you miss it.
You will survive for one day. If not, then you shouldn't play. If you can't survive for a day, you shouldn't play the game.
Why I shouldn't play the game? I'm addicted.
You said it right there.
Let me get my fix, man.
Yeah, you'll survive without it, and then you're going to get more than you know what to do with. It's good. Everybody gets a palate cleanser. One day of sunlight, watching a movie, catch a TV show, let the hands rest up a little bit. You're going to play so much during that next week. Are you off that week? Or do you have the? Are you getting sick?
To get sick. I don't know if I can pull it off because I want to at least take one day, but here's my biggest fear, and I'll make this quick, is we know how MMO launches go, and this has been fairly good.
No.
What I'm concerned is I take the day of launch, right? I take off the day of launch, become impaired at work, and I'm not able to come in. I wait, and let's say they have an issue, like, oh my God, the servers are just. Because remember, we getting new light players, right?
Oh, yeah.
We getting a whole influx of people. So I'm worried about maybe taking the day after and then say, okay, by then problems will be mitigated. It should be more smoother. And I'll still get some launch gaming in. I'll just go to work that night. But then the next day just kind of like blaze out. So I'm debating how I'm going to do it. But I think
maybe not Tuesday, but like a longer late week.
Yeah, I might not. Yeah, work day. That's what I'm looking at. Wednesday night, probably not, and just rock out. I just want like one full day of going in. Crazy.
Just one cycle of being awake, playing until your eyes hurt, and then going to sleep.
I need one strong.
Just like a lot of Visine in there, dripping in the eyes. Yeah. Keep those eyes fresh. But yeah, if you plan on playing on PC in any way from Battle.net with cross save, just read about this. Make sure the integration and the activation of everything. Follow the steps. Do it right. Just make sure you do. That's all I got to say. There's a lot of steps, and I don't want to say anything to get it wrong. That's literally why I'm not saying it. They have the text up. They went through all the details. Just read it.
And please pay attention, y'all. Don't lose characters. Follow the instructions to a T.
Yep. All that stuff between Steam licenses and Battle.net and Silver and everything like that. It's going to be a thing. So, a couple movies of the week, and that pretty much wraps everything.
One thing we missed, though, that Premonition pulse rifle thing. You caught that?
Oh yeah, that was actually kind of a good detail. So
yeah.
So you can say it. You got it.
Yeah, following the launch of Shadowkeep next, players will be able to view items added to Destiny 2 using the in-game collections. Before then, we'd like to make players aware of a known issue with one particular weapon listing. Following the launch of Shadowkeep, the collection listing for the Premonition legendary pulse rifle will state that it is found by exploring the boot. This weapon-specific source is actually the new dungeon. Dun, dun,
That's
dun,
cool.
which will become available sometime after Shadowkeep's launch. Players will also encounter other issues on the launch of New Light. Shadowkeep team, please. So what do you think, man? We're getting a new pulse.
Well, new pulse for one, but we're getting weapons from. I mean, there's this one, and there's a shotgun that looks like it too. There might be multiple weapons. The dungeon may have some stuff. Like the dungeon is gonna be a thing for everybody. It's gonna be around. It's just gonna open up. It's got a launch date. It's not gonna be on a 3-week cycle. I think the dungeon's gonna be a big thing. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm hyped for it. I am hyped.
And just the fact that you got like dungeon specific item, hell yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Dungeons is a 5-team raid, man. It's really
3-person raid, light mechanics, long, like multiple encounters, like it's triumphs to get, soloing to do. No, it's gonna kick my butt many times, trust me, fighting crazy big lava knight. I'm gonna fight that lava knight all by myself and get smashed in the face so many times. It's gonna happen.
I can't wait for the stream.
You will not be fast enough to get away from lava knight.
Oh, we gotta get you going, man. You guys are to do.
Yeah, we got about an hour, so all right, guys. Well, thank you very much. Tell them what you got going. Anything for Iron Lord's podcast this week?
Yeah, man. It should be, of course, at Lord Cognito. Oh, first of all, forgot all this. Shout out to the chat today. Because the chat.
Yeah, you guys have been awesome.
Yo, not only did they rock out with us, you know what I'm saying? Like,
putting up with my crappy connection.
Yeah, the stuff we going through, and you guys still there and keep coming back. Like, shout out to y'all. I know E's frustrated. Just to see everyone still rock with us while he's going through it, it's tremendous. So we definitely appreciate you guys sticking by the campfire. Yo, you already know where I'm at Lord Cognito on Twitter, Iron Lord Podcast on YouTube, and lordsofgaming.net. Tremendous articles we got up right now. Please, all right, let me give y'all, I got to shout my boy out real quick. My boy Josh Redden, we've had him on the show. Please check out his Shadowkeep Primer series. I'm telling y'all right now, if you like lore, if you love lore, I'm putting one of his articles in there. I'm telling you right now, he every week, every Tuesday, he has been giving a background of every race in Destiny, what's going on, the current state leading into Shadowkeep, what to expect from them. It is tremendous writing. Please check this out, man. This thing got me hyped. I was reading about the Vex. I was learning stuff. He taught me stuff I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? This is Bife, Mylan game level stuff. Josh Redding, lordsofgaming.net. Articles in the description. Please check it out. And for me, this Sunday, Iron Lord Podcast, 11 a.m. NFL friendly time. So please check that out. We will have Dan Butchko, the CEO of Playcrafting. He's very big in the community, PAX West, PAX East. We're going to talk gaming. We're going to talk gaming conventions. The latest that's going on with State of Play, PlayStation, Inside Xbox, just gaming stuff and doing some gaming history like we do. So please hang out with the Lords. And again, of course, every Friday, the last word, the campfire, the passion, the debates, me showing E that he's wrong. E sometimes showing me that he's right. But,
Goes both ways. We're right, we're wrong sometimes.
Cognito takes some L sometime, you know what I'm saying? But nah, man, really, really appreciate you guys, man. Tremendous. And we see the support, we see the tweets. Please, again, last thing plug will be the last pod. So please check that out on Twitter. That is the last word Twitter account. Show some follow, show some support. Check out. E puts up the audio. I'll try to get that up as soon as it's up, and of course, the recording stuff he'll put up on both our respective channels. So that's what I got. E, stressful day, but we got through it, brother.
Indeed. Hopefully. That is the goal. But yeah, for me, you guys know what I got going on. Again, the giveaway for the Stream Deck. If you don't even really know too much about, honestly, there's some just go look up a Stream Deck review. Just go watch one of them. People do. Yes. There's one on Linus Tech Tips. There's multiple ones out there. Everybody loves the thing. So even if you may not be a content creator, you may think about it. Who knows? It's a really cool thing. So go check out that giveaway on my Twitter. The link will be in there. for all the ways to get into that one. Twitch, you guys know you're watching here, so if you're not watching yet, follow me on Twitch. I'll be streaming as long as my internet gets its act together. And then, of course, still more content. I got videos to try and get out to you guys. Zerd today, couple up over the weekend, probably something on Monday, and I'll get hopefully a New Light player series out for a couple things as well, and just kind of keep New Light videos going as much as I can. So that's my goal of the weekend, is probably if I'm on Twitch this weekend, when I'm recovering, is probably going to be making content for New Light players mostly. Yeah. So trying to give them an idea of what is coming, because I got to try and decipher everything we just did and put that have that make sense for new players. So
couple of more sleeps before the Shadowkeep.
It's gonna be good, man.
Gonna be good, man.
All right. Well, you guys have been awesome. Thank you for putting up with everything today. Thank you very much. We're gonna go send a raid over to a guy who's working on some comp and PvP love right now. So if you got any interest in that, we're gonna send you guys over. Say hey to him. But thank you guys very much on the stream today. You guys have been awesome. You guys can catch this on audio. You guys know it's on the podcast platforms everywhere. And for episode 75, 3/4 of the way to 100, episode 75 on September 27th. Next week is Shadowkeep, and we cannot wait. Woo! You get to sleep. You get to sleep Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. 4 sleeps, guys, and then it's here. So have an awesome one. We'll see you soon. And it has been the last word.
Last word.